Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Oh, lucky bastard.
Are you being sarcastic or something, my son?
You should never mix with drinks.
What are you, retarded?
We'll have to take this abuse much longer.
You're a fool! You're a fool! You're a fool!
Oh, that's what we call diarrhea.
You think this is a fucking joke? This ain't Kenny camera. There's no hidden cameras.
Oh shit, I've said fuck. Oh fuck, I've said shit.
Don't be an arse. Get a weapon collector, arse.
I could knock him out in the shed. Are you kidding me? That is crazy.
Stop it, please. For God's sake, please stop it. There's no more time.
Is this not why you are here?
Hello, everyone. How are you? Welcome to the Saturday night live stream. Sorry I'm late, but to everyone who was already on, welcome to the Bed Shitters Club.
What are you doing so early? Shit the bed.
I can't help it if I'm late. Late is the new early. So hello, Metallic, The Dropped, The Equalizer, Sharon and Tom, Spacey, Deep in the Bunker, Jumble Sabu. If you're all still there, hello. And actually dropped. If you would like, I will do if I'm doing a dual one, in the description it will say it's a dual one, but I can put the thumbnail on. This one's vertical, this one's horizontal, if you like. Would you like that? How you doing, Dave? How you doing, Co-Bunny? You all right? Someone remind me in about... Well, someone do me a favour. Look up how long it takes for paracetamols to work, and then tell me, and then I'll take these afterwards. Mart, your package is up there. It will be in the post Sunday night. Thank you for your purchase. I do appreciate it. Code Bunny said, I ordered some swords from Nepal a few days ago, but still haven't shipped. Nice. What are you getting? Hello, Evil and Fool. What's on the hoodie? This is my Dark Tower hoodie that Penny bought me. That's a bit awkward for me to show you. That's Dark Tower. That is not Idris Elba. Don't even think about saying it. That's a keyhole. So that's a keyhole, but it's also showing the Dark Tower, Roland. Yeah. Bill, how you doing, mate? He said Metallic, yes, first, but was it any good? That's the question. What did Metallic say? What did Metallic say? Oh, first. Fucking I scrolled all the way up just for that. Yeah, sure. The Dark Tower Stephen King book. 32 people watching. Fucking hell, this is awkward. Stephen King book. Stephen King's magnum opus, in fact. There's 28 people watching now. Don't forget to like the stream. Himothy, he said, are those guns real?
Are those real?
Real. Put it this way. If I pick one up and put it to your face, pull the trigger, will you be dead?
Where are we? 20 minutes, as you're saying. Thank you, Fool and Evil. Thank you. Okay. Someone remind me about 10 o'clock to take these. Cheryl said, you do not have your drinking shirt on. Sober night. Yes. Yes, sober night tonight. Ah, fuck it. We'll leave the little thing in. That'll do, won't it, if I sit there. Drop said it would help for anyone who watches on their phones is all. Okay, no, I don't. No, I wasn't being funny. Dropped. I'll do it, mate. I'll do it because I was thinking about it myself anyway, but I didn't know how much of an issue it might be. Cobani said I ordered some zombie tools inspired by hunting swords. Okay, that sounds nice. 220 each. Is Penny on? Can't see her. Oh, she's saying about the top. Yes, yeah, I love this top. The Equalizer said, Mike, do you always run 2 lives now? Pretty much, yeah. It does help with views. Sorry. It does help with views. Well, I say that. I do mostly now, yeah. if I'm sat in this position, you'll know it's probably a dual one. If I'm sat up at the desk, it'll just be a standard one because you can't really get the angle to do like a vertical one and actually have. But yeah, because the thing, what it is, it doesn't always happen. But the difference between the views on a vertical and a horizontal can be massive. You'll get like 12 on a horizontal, vertical one. Sometimes you'll get like 50 people watching. But it seems to have petered off at the minute. But yeah, it's just more views in it. And it doesn't really harm anything, but yeah. But if you want more out of it, watch the horizontal ones. You'll get more screen. And most people watch the horizontal ones. But yeah, the vertical ones reach more people because they are shared via the shorts tab. Evil said caffeine makes it work faster, and Full says so does chewing. I just did chew. All it is I need to take some charcoal tablets in a minute, but if I take the charcoal tablets before the paracetamol, they probably won't work as well. She asked, when is the next Spyroverse coming out? Well, in the summer, I'm gonna try maybe in the next couple of weeks to start filming it, because what I need to do, I've got a big list of stuff that I need to do. However, every week I'm getting through that list quite a lot. So in a couple of weeks, hopefully I'll start filming it, and then we'll have that one out, and that'll be series 2, episode 1. That said, all the cool kids are on the horizontal chat. Yes, that's partly why I have them on the screen as well, because you might be missing them. Drop said, I'm on the vertical. The chat runs over the picture. It's so hard to read. Yeah, well, yeah, I try to make it bigger. Yeah, this how'd you like this, Drot? Yeah, that. How'd you like that? There you go. Any of them any better? I think regular and big is the best. Equalizer said horizontal stream is better when you are doing a camping live stream. Like, yes, well, yeah, exactly. Deep said, are you like the late Queen, Mike? She took charcoal tablets so she wouldn't fight. Exactly what I'm doing it for. That's exactly what I'm doing it for. Yes, 100% Deep. Yes, you know me so well. Yes. Yeah, that's what they're for. That's what they're for. When you have such farts that you refer to them as fart attacks, then you know you'd understand the merits of charcoal tablets. Yes, Metallic has had to experience me having fart attacks. I'm in the throes of a fart attack today. Yes, sadly, charcoal also absorbs the nutrients of the food as well as the gases. Well, exactly. But did you do a black cloud burp, Mike? No, that's fucking hilarious. And Metallic took the dissolvable capsules with charcoal in, and it must have been stuck in her throat. And then she suddenly, about half an hour later, sort of burped and coughed, and this black fucking dust just poured out of her mouth. It was great. A bit like fucking reminded me of fucking the Green Mile. Never seen it, yes. Evil said my older sister could have done with those growing up. Yeah, charcoal tablets, they do work. They do work when you're having, as I like to call them, fart attacks. So it took us a while to work out what it was. Yeah, at the time, the black dust come out of her mouth, and we couldn't work out what it was because it was like half an hour later. Mr. B 1000, how you doing, mate? You all right? Yeah, I'll tell you what, Dave, it was fucking freaky, mate. Drops at the moment when they're in the chamber and your blood pressure spikes. Am I dying or is it a fart? The human body is kind of a dick. Definitely. On that note, I'm going to drink some water just to make sure I've had enough today. Hello, Timber. How you doing, mate? You all right? I'm not too bad. Not too bad. Staying sober tonight, although my slurring, you wouldn't be able to tell that. But I am sober. And the reason... Hang on, the fucking chat's got the wrong name. What does not the chat? What does the live? What's the title of the live stream for you lot? It should be something different to normal. I was experimenting with different titles, see if we could get more viewers in. 26 people in. Don't forget to like the stream and come and have a chat with us. The types of slurring because we almost had a rage stroke earlier. I certainly did. Certainly did. Should we keep that a secret or should we tell them? Don't give them any clues. I'll give them a little. We'll play a little guessing game, shall we? Hang on. Thank you, Drop. That is what it's supposed to be called. Hang on.
I want to play a game. Make your choice. Let the game begin.
Not a raging hard one, sadly, Cookie, although she made it sound like that. I watched a film today that put me nearly in a rage stroke, okay? Eva said it's useful when you don't want company. Well, exactly. Thank you, Drop, yeah. Mark said wine is my water for tonight. Q&A, thank you, Cheryl. Bill said to Timbo, nice to see you, mate. Haven't visited your town in ages. Yeah, rage stroking. Well, that's what I instantly thought. Metallic said, and it gave her a raging headache. So can you guess the terrible film that I watched tonight that made me go fucking mad? I have to clear a room in 10 seconds. Yes. Equal said, Mike, what alcohol drink do you have tonight? None. Alcohol-free water is what I'm drinking. No, I'm not drinking tonight. I'm gonna try to do a week on, week off now because I do drink too much, and yeah, I'll get more stuff done as well. If I drink, I have like Sunday's a dead day, sometimes even Monday's a dead day. So that's like 2 days I lose when I could get stuff done. I did at least film some shorts. I'm going to do shorts on every item on this board. So if you've ever been interested in one of these things on here that I've never spoke about, they'll all be mentioned. So can you guess the film that I watched tonight? You're supposed to be doing a... Metallic, can you do a banner for me saying, can you guess the film? Please. Or don't bother if it's a pain in the ass. Drop said, week on, week off. Do you mean wax? Yes. Really, bollocks, that's what. It's really vodka. I know I am slurring, but no. Totally sober. I have been known to have a secret drink. You'll know I'm having a secret drink because I gradually get more fucking, well, drunk. And my coffee never runs out. But no, I am on coffee tonight. 25 people watching. Don't forget to like the stream. Yes, word of advice for you. If you ever have fart attacks, get yourself some charcoal tablets. They'll sort your guts out. No. What film did I watch that almost gave me a rage stroke today? Yeah, thank you, my queen. Cookie said, reminds me of Cheech and Chong Judge scene. For fuck's sake. Tony said, what time is the quiz? Like, it's happening right now. It's happening right now. There's the main question. I've even wrote out a whole fucking thing of shit in it. Utter fucking shite in this film. I will eventually maybe give you some clues. But I said, Bunny, I hate the smell of it fresh. What was that? Was he eating mango, did he say? I did read it in my head, I just didn't read it out loud. Dried mango. Was it the new Predator? No, I watched the new Predator and liked that. I liked the new Predator, Cookie. That's not a bad film. I liked the new Predator. No, weren't that. Equalizer said, Mike, what have you done today to make it different from a normal day? To make it like a weekend instead of all the days rolling at 7 normal days like a normal. Oh, in fact, I appreciate you asking that. I tried to watch a couple of films with Metallic. I didn't do anything to make it not a normal day, sadly. Never managed to. No. I tried. Drop said there's no telling what you watched when you consider how many films people tell you to watch. Well, exactly. I'll start giving you some clues eventually. Was it 12 Monkeys? Tame the Simian? No, I like 12 Monkeys. So remember, this pissed me off so badly that I barely spoke through the whole film. When I did, all I was doing was moaning like fuck, right? I'll give you a clue. First clue. It is not a new film. It is not a new film. It is between... It is... I won't tell you the exact year, but it is sometime from the early to late 90s. There you go. That might help you a little bit. The animation Predator is better, is it, Mark? I do want to watch that. But that said, we watched one film and I refused to watch. There's another clue. There's another clue. We watched one film and I refused to watch the rest of them with Mike. Second time I'd seen it and remembered almost nothing about it. So there's another clue. 90s, more than one of them. Not Planet of the Apes, no. Barely spoke, wouldn't shut up ranting. Even said, was it too wrong for thanks for everything, Julie Newmar? No, it wasn't. Can you give us a genre? Oh, not quite yet. No, I need some more guesses. Not Congo. So you watched Derry Does Dallas and you couldn't follow the plot. No. So no, I can't give you the genre yet, just yet. I need a couple more. Metallic's giving you little clues. It made her laugh a few times. Not Blade, not Lethal Weapon. Okay. It's a horror. It's supposed to be a fucking horror. I'd call it a fucking shit comedy with a horror fucking element to it. So it's a shit horror. It's a shit comedy with horror element to it, or they would say it's a horror with maybe a comedy element to it. But I wouldn't, because I'd say the fucking horror in it is so fucking shite. A total fucking shit. There's nothing horror about it. Getting me into a rant again. Not the Evil Dead. I fucking love the Evil Dead. And I love Dog Soldiers. Yes, no, not those. I love those films. Hills of Eyes, no. Can do my best impression. Will it spoil it if you do it, Metallic? Please don't do it if it'll spoil it. If it won't totally spoil it though. No, don't do it because it won't spoil it. Oh, it's a different film. Go on, then you can do an impression if you want.
Oh.
Didn't hear nothing.
Oh, am I on? That's
Yes.
not letting me on. Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Oh, can you hear Metallic? Hang on. Let me add you on. You should be on there. Oh, hang on. All right. Go on.
There we go. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? I'm right here.
No, you've probably given the whole thing away now.
Different film.
Get out. Not Army of Darkness. I love Army of Darkness. There you go. Richard got it instantly because Metallic gave it away instantly. You shithead. Scream. I fucking hate the film Scream. I think it is fucking total fucking bollocks shit. There you go. Total fucking crap. Even to the degree I wrote a whole fucking page of fucking shit about it. Did you hated it, Mike? I wouldn't have noticed. Fucking total crap. Utter bollocks. Would you like to hear my review of Scream? Because you're going to fucking hear it anyway. Okay. Number one, the acting in it is fucking terrible. Utter fucking bollocks. Really, really, really bad acting, right? loads of shit acting. Number 2, half the actors are fucking too old to be the fucking characters they're supposed to be playing. 25-year-olds should not be playing 16-year-olds. I did write notes. That's how badly it pissed me off, Jimbo. I hate this film. Number 3, the killer is not scary in the slightest. If you watch Scream and you are scared, you need to sort your shit out and watch a proper horror film. There is nothing scary in Scream at all, ever. Ghostface is not scary in the fucking slightest. Ghostface is literally the least scariest fucking antagonist in any film I've ever fucking seen. I've seen Disney films with scarier fucking characters than Ghostface, right? There's too many references. I know that's part of the film, but there's just too many of them. Scary Movie is amazing. I love Scary Movie. Scream, fucking bollocks. Badly written. It is a badly written film, and it seems, which is what it is. It's an old man, right? That's a grumpy old man. It's an old man trying to write lines for teenagers, and they do not work. Okay. And the last one, I can't even fucking read it. Lazy writing. Lazy writing. I'm going to give up. I'm going to stop there. There is my opinion on that is my opinion of Scream.
Now what the fuck are we supposed to do? That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
We're going to do nothing. We're going to sit here and we're going to take in what I just told you all. Okay? God, that's it. Okay. Yeah, I can't read it, lazy right. That's literally what it was, Cookie. That's literally what it was. What sake. Oh, that's that. Fucking hell. Yeah, Ghostface would be Jason or Myers Bottom in prison. He can't do nothing. It's total fucking shite. Total shite. I was gonna call this fucking stream. I think Scream is shit. Prove me wrong. Well, no, I won't. Hello, prep for it. Sorry, I was having a rant about Scream. Thank you, Dave. Scream is shit. But it dawned on me that it's not a scary film, and it's just like a shit comedy that's trying to be a horror. There's nothing scary in it. There's nothing scary in that film at all. And fucking Ghostface is a horrendous fucking antagonist. There's nothing scary about it. Nothing scary about them at all. I like to be scared if I'm watching horror. Not thinking how inept is that fucking C word. Hello, dear love survivor. How you doing, mate? Currently, right now, my hands are okay. The last 2 or 3 days, I had one little bit earlier where my finger got stuck. But in overall, yeah, they're fine. How you doing, mate? And thank you. Yeah, Richard. Now, Scary Movie. I love the scary movies, and they are fucking funny. Yeah, I've got all the scary movies up there. Yeah, I love Scary Movie. Yes, Scary Movie parody of Scream was better. Exactly. True. 100% true, Richard. Deep said, is it me, or does anyone else find the deaths in the Final Destination films funny as fuck? Well, yeah, they're probably supposed to be, aren't they? And I don't mind the Final Destinations. Me and Matt watched all of those recently, and I enjoyed those. I don't know. I just think over the years, Scream has been so massively hyped up that I think a lot of people like it just because of the hype. If you look at it subjectively, it's fucking shit. However, if you do like Scream, that's fine. That's all right. You know what I mean? I don't like it though. Bill said, Richard, Ghostface would be Freddy's bitch, and Freddy was the kid killer, so he's the bottom in prison. Yeah. Cooking the Hand's doing pretty good, well considering, but the Wolves not so well. Yes. Yes. The Titan said all the oofs and grunts and groans made the killer human and pathetic. Hence the humour. I'm not talking about it to you. You had your chance. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. Dave said, have you watched Alien Earth? It was a lot better than I couldn't watch it. I tried to watch Alien Earth. Me and Metallic got 3 episodes into it. And what spoiled it for me was Alien Earth is set at least, I think, 300 or 400 years before Alien 4, whatever that one's called. Alien or Alien. What's the... Is it Alien 4 or Alien 3? No, Alien 4, the 4th one, Alien Resurrection. Basically, in Alien Earth, which is set 300 to 600 years before that one, they have more advanced technology than that later film. And to me, then it didn't work right, because how could they already have this better technology that doesn't exist later? So I said, fuck you, Mike. Had my chance. I couldn't get a whole sentence finished earlier. Okay, now. I'll be honest with you, and I do apologise, my queen. I may have spoke over you and even raised my voice at one point. Sorry. I don't have a clip for sorry on here, do I? This one goes out to our queen. Actually, this one. She'll probably want me to play this one to me.
Do us a favour, mate. Shut up! You sad bastard.
1 point. I did tell you how much I fucking hate it, though. I did tell I told you how much I hate that film. Our plan was to watch all of them. It was actually to watch the lot of them. Drop said, which Predator movie was with the Native American? Prey. Yeah, that was Prey. That's a good one, Dropped. I quite like that. It takes a lot for me not to finish something I've started, though, so I couldn't have been good. Oh dear, how's that? Never mind. Yes. Oh God. It was your bloody idea to watch them. I know what I thought. I thought if I could get past the first one, it wouldn't be so bad. And I still suspect that if I watched the second one, I wouldn't be so fucking what do you call it? So angry. Yeah. Yeah, I was. I can't help it. Yeah, Prey was the one with the Native American Indian woman, yeah. TC, how you doing, mate? He said, this stream is the most normal one I ever see. Just doom scroll through the others and frankly they're terrifying. Well, that's the thing, TC. That's what I always aim for my live streams. I want you to come here and have a laugh, relax. Unless I'm ranting about Scream, then yeah, you'd have to put up with that for a bit. But yeah, well, it's nice to get away in it, TC, because the doom scrolling, doom mongering bollocks is everywhere, and you can't get away from it. And if you watch one or two of them, depending on what apps you're on, they just start sending you more of it, which is a fucking bastard. I don't want to watch that shit. Even if you accidentally watch it, they'll start sending you more and more and more. So yeah, come over here, come and have a laugh, escape from the shit, and relax for a bit. Isn't it? Drop said, if I could get past the first one, I thought the rest wouldn't be so bad. That's what you said about anal beats. I did not say that. Have you been spying on me again? Alright. Oh Christ. Lieutenant said, Bill, it was challenging to watch Scream with Mike when you're trying to have an open mind because you genuinely can't remember it. Well, I was watching it. This is the thing, Matteo. I was trying to watch it from a brand new perspective, like I'd only just found it. Fucking hell. It wasn't all total hate. I do like the reference. I liked that Henry Winkler was in it. Fonzie's always cool. And I like the Freddy Krueger reference. That was it. Hang on. Metallic said, reread that one again. Thank you, Mark Point, for the donation. I really do appreciate. I did call him no, I never called him a Peter. Not Fonzie. Fonzie's not a pedo. Henry Winkler might be. Fonzie is not. Bill, I challenge you to watch Scream with Mike when you're trying to have an open mind. One looked like a back of a serial killer's camper van. I can't do the maths with this fucking glove on. Fuck's sake. I need to go and see if Mike Point left me a comment. Thank you, Lucians. I do appreciate that, mate. You're a good bloke. I really do. Thank you. I want to see if you've left me a comment, though. Don't forget you can leave a comment. No, you're a legend, mate. Thank you. I do appreciate that. That's made my day a bit better after watching fucking Scream. Henry Winkler, not a pedo. I meant the teacher character's a pedo. No, Henry Winkler's not a pedo. And Fonzie definitely ain't. Fonzie's the coolest person on fucking earth. Dave said, I was amazed at how reasonable the prices were for those 2 new toys you got from the arms surplus shop. Everything used to be so expensive. Yeah, good prices, weren't they? Deep said, I love the Doom Scrollers. If you haven't started stockpiling, you're already dead. That's all right, Dropped. I know I did know it was Lucian. Sometimes I don't know whether to say that it's him, though, if you know what I mean. Metallic said, if you donate, Mike will read out your comment. Yes. Where are we? This one goes out to Lucians. I do appreciate that, mate. And I scroll all the way out to find it. It's people like you that make this true.
That's the funnest place to be.
All right. I'll leave it a little bit longer, then I'll take 2 of these. So where were we? Well, yeah. Maybe I should start naming my streams like that, Deep. No, I don't want the Doom Scrollers coming over here. Where are we? But no, I thought oh, those clips real. The thing is, I don't think the rest of the Scream films take themselves as seriously as the first ones. First ones. Our Queen has just donated. Is it actually the real Queen? Our Queen? What's she saying? Gonna make me say something, isn't she? Gonna make me read something out. So I keep clicking the wrong fucking thing. Am I still streaming? Your Queen said... I said I'd do it. Scream is my all-time favourite film. Scream makes David Lynch films look shit. Fucking not bad. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dave, for the super sticker. I do appreciate that. Look at that. Super sticker for a super bloke. They're called magazines. I was thinking the same thing. Johnson, I'll donate, but all my money is in Beanie Babies. Fuck's sake. Love you too, my queen. Yes, thank you for the abuse. You know I love it. Oh, gosh. But my queen and Dave is people like you to make this true.
That's the funnest place to be.
And thank you, I do appreciate it. Dave said, yeah, mate, limited to how I can do it. No, I appreciate that, mate. No, I'm very grateful, mate. Thank you. Thank you. You toss me over some Beanie Babies, dropped, you know, I could sell them on. I'll put them on eBay. So anyway, what have you lot been doing? I've started doing shorts for every item on this gun board as part of a playlist. I watched one of the worst films ever made today. One of the most overhyped films ever made today. What fucking else did I do? Sat and chatted to Metallic for a while. Spent some money on Temu. Some of it is for that crossbow when I do the Sobek auction. Dave, I got some goodies for it. I got a mount for a bayonet. I got a nice sling. And I got a stock bag, amongst other things. That said, this is what I wanted to say to you earlier, Mike.
Stop it. Get some help.
I didn't need no help. I knew what was happening. That film is overrated fucking bull fucking ploppy. Bullpucky. Richard said, about finished the riser for my flight bow. Now I need to build the cams. Nice. And you how you doing them, Rich? Yeah, bull puppy. And they're bull hockey as well, though. Bull pup. No, it's bull pucky, isn't it? What is it? Here's a question. Bull pucky, bull hockey, bull puppy. I don't know. Me and myself are getting into our old language. Jiminy's. Dave said, I do love a Timu haul. That's some great stuff. No, I do. I quite like Timu. But I did say to Metallic, the fact that I spent fucking, about fucking 20 quid today, which is a lot for me. If any of that fucking turns up with a single fucking scratch on it, I was getting fucking sent back. Drop said, gonna check the creek, it's raining. Oh, you milled them out of a router table, nice. That said, I was talking about your gun, Mike. Don't know what you were on about. Well, what did you say? Oh, bull puppy. Yes, bull puppy. How much did I spend? 25 quid, I think. But all of that was for that crossbow, so it's an investment for later. Spacey, he said, was on the wrong stream, was busy shopping gadget. Well, that's what we were just talking about. Yeah, so I basically bought stuff for the Sobek today, so that when I sell it, I'll make the money back. Kobani said, I think the golden age of Chinese knives and katanas is ending. The Shadow Dancer sold out on Amazon, not getting replaced. That's a shame. That's a shame. I noticed last night that when I tried to do an affiliate link to a legal knife on Amazon, it wouldn't let me do it. It wouldn't let me earn money by people buying knives, which is a bit pathetic. Because they'll let me have money on that little pickaxe I bought. I can earn money for people buying that. Yeah. Get yourself a second crossbow, Bunny. Get yourself a third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 27. I think I have. I'll do a video soon. I think I've got. So I haven't counted them, friends. I think I've got 22 crossbows. Right now in this room, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just in here. No, 8, 9. There's 9 in here. Because there's 2 behind this sofa. What else is up in the loft? Then there's an R9 in the loft. A Cobra, if they're called Cobras, another Cobra. And then I've got a few homemade ones. TC said, what do you think about Mora knives? I think they're good. Oh, yeah, TC, they're great for the price. Yeah, they're really good knives for the price. Yeah, a knife like that for like 15 quid that lasts forever. As long as you don't massively abuse them, they don't break. They decent-ish metal, decent metal. Yeah, they're good. Mora knives are really good. Yeah, they're good. You can't really complain about a Mora knife. Other than, I suppose they're a little bit ugly looking, but they're a utility knife that does what it needs to do. Hello, Penny. How you doing? You all right? Oh, I need to take some of these. There you go. That's why. Sorry, Penny. Penny just joined for me to let rip a massive fart. Sorry. Don't be calling me a handsome devil much more after doing that. TC said they have summer new ones coming. Oh, some new ones coming. Penny, stop with the trolling. Hard to fucking swallow there. Metallic said massive was the one you did earlier. Yes. What you been up to today, Penny? You haven't been at work today, have you? What's the weather like? Oh no, just dropped just. That was raining, didn't it? Yeah. Crystal Clear said, "What's your choice of weapon? What for? If I could have any weapon, I would like to have some nice solid brass knuckle dusters." Bunny said, "I also have a recurve bow." Yeah, I got a recurve bow. So I got to choose some chewing gum now because I've got fucking charcoal in my gob. I've probably got a black tongue. That hurts your teeth. Oh, yeah, but you haven't been doing anything. It's raining, yeah. Crystal Clear said Amazon sells steak beaters. Yeah, I know someone who's got a few of them. Yeah, thing is, they are. You could get done for them. You could, I think. You might get away with it in your house if it's in your kitchen, but you know. Penny said got a bunch of dirt, a new outside rocker, and got the chicken run together. Got brother. Oh, nice, nice. Oh, that's good. That's good. Nice. I'm glad you're getting stuff done. Yeah, I've had a lazy day today. Done a couple of shorts videos. Watched really angrily the film Scream because I don't like it. I had a little rant on the stream earlier about it. Yeah, sounds like you had a good day, Penny. Sounds like you've had a good day. By the way, there's a few new items on the shop if people are interested. So there's some new key rings with a new design. There's the pocket strops. If you want a pocket key ring, like a key ring strop to go on your keys to strop your penknife when you're out, they're on there. I've got some new stickers, stuff like that, and I've got some new stickers on the way. Crystal Clear said, "What's your favourite pistol crossbow?" The Man Kung Sobek. I think that pisses on all of the other magazine crossbows. It's brilliant. Yeah. Man Kung Sobek, or also known as the Man Kung Alligator Multi-Shot Plus. For the price, it is amazing. In fact, I'm going wedding dress shopping with the little one tomorrow. Joe Bunny said, "Oh, the cheapest one, the Bear X Desire." Yeah, I know the one. I know the Bear X Desire. Yeah, and they do the job. You know, that still does the job. Yeah, the Man Kung Sobek. It's the only magazine crossbow that you can get for less than 100 quid. That's good. I know a couple of people have had issues with theirs, but in the majority of everything, I think that's from the people who have spoke to me about it. It's been about 5 people. So, you know, and every single crossbow I've ever shot has misfired at a point. Laughably, the Sobek hasn't for me. The title said crocodile, Mike. Sobek is a crocodile, not an alligator. I know. Richard, the Barnet Tri-Strike looks to be turd from all reviews. Rich, the more I've shot it, the more I've realised it's terrible. I'm never probably going to shoot that ever again now. At least I don't have to buy bolts for it. Yeah, the more I shot it, I was a little bit sort of, what's the word? Not lenient, but, you know, I gave it a bit more credit than it deserved, really, in my review. But I did genuinely show that it was like not lining up the bolts properly. Yeah, the thing with the Tri-Strike, Rich, I think it's a bit of a novelty. However, the other ones, like the AccuStrike, has got a proper, I can't ever remember what it's called, but it's got a proper roller nut trigger thing, you know, like the Redback does. And it's powerful. Whereas that, you know, it's just the string sitting in the groove and it's shit, £50. And yeah, Pepper Shop done you a good favour there, Cookie, didn't they? Dave said, "I'm desperate for a Sobek. Don't have to wait. Vets ain't what I say, bloody cats." I hope your cat's all right, though, mate. The Illusion of Delusion. He said, "Is there a place where I can get real but non-fireable guns?" Yes. However, on a live stream, I'm not really allowed to tell you specific websites, but there are websites that do. I can't tell you the exact websites, but there are websites that do DACs, like that up there. That's a DAC. That's a replica. There are places that do replicas. Yeah. And I'd tell you, if you want to get realistic guns that you can actually shoot, get yourself some CO2 pistols that are exact replicas of the real thing. So you can get them that look exactly like a real like Colt 1911, but you can actually shoot like pellets out of it. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not allowed to give out websites on a live stream. That's one of their what do they call it? Guidelines. Community guidelines, sadly. I would give you specific ones, but there are. However, Illusion of Delusion, if you comment on another video about it, I can give you actual websites. That's it, Penny. Hopefully it'll be lovely, but my back still hurts. As long as I get this front seat, I'll be happy. Yeah. Yeah, I hope you feel better tomorrow. Dave said, cheers, mate. Cat is getting better, not even the bloody moggy. One of the strays, for fuck's sake. Yeah, nightmare, isn't it? The Equalizer said, Mike, what do you think about slingshots and catapults? I don't know. One thing I know about slingshots and catapults are they are a lot stronger than people give them credit for. A lot of people think catapults and slingshots are toys. They're not. Can you hear Monty howling? John's out tonight. You can probably hear my voice. They're a lot more powerful than people give them credit for. I'm shit with them, though. I can make them, but I can't hit one to save my fucking life. Can't shoot one, hit anything to save my life. Vets are going to pass him on to a shelter for re-aiming. Yeah, no, fair enough, mate. Yeah, nice. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. There's 29 people watching. If you ever wanted to donate to the channel, you can. There's obviously the super chat stuff, but the super chat, YouTube take at least 30% of that. There's a website called Coffee where you can donate to me straight into my PayPal if you like. So if someone puts the word !support, the link will be, it's in the actual chat and it's also in the description. Here's a little 30-second video showing you how to support me if you want to. It takes debit card, credit card, PayPal. I'm only saying because often people do want to donate but don't know they can. All right, see you in 30 seconds. Don't go away. There you go. If you would like to donate, you can. And also, you can leave me comments like Metallic did, where you can make me read abusive messages for £2 a piece. Thank you, Equalizer. You're a legend, mate. I really do appreciate that. This one goes out to Equalizer. People like you make this.
That's the funnest place to be.
And I scream this to myself every time.
Ooh, lucky bastard.
Because next week I can be
pissed.
Sorry. Christ. Found that too funny. Go back to I feel pregnant from eating too much food. Cooking that I heard Michael's going to make one, Rich. Shut up with your crossbow, fucking your slingshot rifles. Lee, how you doing, mate? You alright? Lee. So Lee is a member of the channel, so is Cookie, right? I'm going to do a giveaway for the members. And is it you? Hello. You can carry the old cat elastic anymore. Can you? Can you get the old... Sorry. I seat you. Yes, I'm pretty sure you can, mate. Cookie said he makes lots of lists and prizes for Tom and Cheryl. I can't help it if they donate so much that it gets fucking 180 tickets. Anyway, this one won't be like that. This will be totally one ticket each for each member and each Patreon supporter. Okay. And if they win, tough shit for you. But yeah, I'll do that soon. So if you are a member of the channel or a Patreon supporter, this giveaway will be for you soon as a thank you. So if you want to get in on it, it's only £2 a month to be a member. Cost you fuck all. £2 a month. What's that? What's that a day? 10p a day, maybe. I don't know. 7p a day. McCart said you get one free one. There's nothing stopping you buying as many as Cheryl to give you better odds. Well, exactly. Exactly. So, I might do a number 2 rant on Scream again for the people who missed it earlier. I see you said sound. I googled cat elastic, only found some tube stuff. So do you mean like the flat band stuff? No, you must be able to get the flat. Look up TheraBand Gold, which is spelled. Does anyone know how to spell TheraBand Gold? Because if you do, yes. Cookie said, "Have you put together any coin pouches yet, Mike?" No. However, send me a message and I'll make some next time. I'll write it down somewhere because I do need to make some of those and put them on the shop. Equalizer Mike, I just handed in my Brunny Blank Colt 45 to the police station. That hurt. It was brand new. Fuck me. Yeah, that's a shame. Yeah, that's gutting. Yeah, that's brand new. You can't have them now though. Because the thing that's the most fucked up about that is you can get a firearms offence for that, even unconverted. That's not really fair. You know, how can you get a firearms offence, 5 years in prison, for something that's not a firearm? It's so fucking demented. But yeah. Lord of Illusions said, "What's your favourite handgun?" I quite like Desert Eagles. I also like Colt Pythons, and I'm quite a fan of revolvers in general. Just like the look of a revolver. Oh, the old square black stuff. You must be able to get that somewhere. It's just knowing what you'd call it. Maybe, I don't know, maybe square black rubber. Maybe look up square black rubber. Yeah. Drop says, when do they ban finger guns? Yes. Already banned. And pistol whipping. Just be a criminal. That's your slave police would ban. I did. Yeah, I do like a Colt Python. I do like a Colt Python. I always have. I've always been a fan of sort of Magnum type revolvers and Magnum pistols. Big, high caliber pistols. That's why I like the Desert Eagle. I like the Desert Eagle because it's quite an unusual looking pistol. I always thought it was one of those that always looked modern. They can have someone's eye out, Cookie, yes. Not fucking. I'm not tricking you with vodka either. The Equalizer. Penny said you could do governor versatility. Sorry, Penny, I'm not sure what you mean. Equalizer said, Mike, lots of people don't even know they're breaking the law. Anyone converting them won't end. Well, exactly. Well, that's what I think I was saying to Metallic about something. Oh, maybe it was on here last night. That if you don't know you're breaking the law, that should come into consideration, shouldn't it? Cheryl said you can get the square black stuff if you go to an angling shop and ask for 1/4 inch rubber. They sell it by the meter. There you go. I see it. He said, used to get it from the tackle shop, was called Catty Elastic. Didn't know. Well, that's what I was trying to get at, I seek you, is it's knowing what the name is to even search for it, isn't it? So ask for, so search quarter-inch rubber. Quarter-inch rubber. Yeah. Zoc said, can't remember the last time I used a meter of quarter-inch rubber. Go to an angling shop and ask for square black stuff just to see if they know what you're on about. It's getting to the stage now where I keep thinking everyone's comments is going to go into some black rubber fucking joke. And I'm trying to preempt it as I'm reading. 30 people watching. Don't forget to like the stream. Come and have a chat with us. Richard's just put a link on for you. I seek you. So here's a question for you. What's the worst film you've ever seen today? Mine was Scream. It's fucking horse piss. If I wake up in the night having fucking heart palpitations, it won't be because I'm scared of fucking shit ass Ghostface. I'll tell you that for nothing. I've had nightmares about Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, fucking Pinhead. Weirdly, not Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm never going to have a nightmare about fucking Ghostface. Other than he's in a shit film and is a shit antagonist. Sam says 12-inch black rubber dildo. Now you start thinking about it. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. That has satisfied me. Rubber. Hardly knew her. Metallic said I feel like Pinhead would be the fucker, not the fucky. Oh god. Hello, mustache glasses. How are you? You right? That's some collection. The best worst film I saw this week was The Final Countdown with Martin Sheen. It's got some F-15 Hellcats fighting Japanese O's. I'm not sure I've ever seen that. Was that the best and worst one, you mean? I'm not sure I've ever seen that, you know. Thank you for actually answering the question. Because old E's boring, I didn't even bother. They just ignored me. Thank you, though. Yeah, glad you like the collection. I'll be doing shorts videos on every item on this in the coming weeks. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one. Yeah. Final Countdown. What is it about? It's not a time travel film, is it? Oh, thank you, Penny. Thank you. Let's have another look, see what you've done. It's a big American flag waving film, free on YouTube because it's so shite. Just. Oh, lovely. Oh, a governor. Yes. Okay. Yes. Oh, is that the one that shoots? Is that the one that shoots? Like 45s, and it can shoot 410, and it can shoot 410 cartridges. Is it that one? I don't know if it's 45, but it can shoot like 38s and 410 shotgun cartridges. Is it that one? Oh, so. Mustache Glass. I still don't think I've seen that film. Apart from, I might have seen it when I was about 10 or something, but I haven't seen it as an adult. Yeah, that is a nice revolver, that one, Penny. Yeah, I do like the. Like I say, I'm a fan of revolvers. I always have been. Yeah, I've got the long cylinder, ain't it? 45 and 45 ACP. Yeah, the Judge is the one, isn't it, that can do do both. Thank you to all the people who've been supporting tonight, by the way. It does make a hell of a difference in my life, and I do mean that. Because a lot of people don't know this. YouTube and like the things I do through YouTube is my only income. I don't sign on. I don't get any benefits. I don't get a carer's allowance. Nothing like that at all. I literally make no other money. I'm not given any money by any government and that's anything like that at all. Even though I probably could. Nothing. So all my money comes through things relating to YouTube. So it's either the ads or donations or Patreon, which is through YouTube, or affiliate links, which is through YouTube, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, and it is all, it's never a lot, but yeah, so I do appreciate it. Richard said, there's a link. That's a link to the square catapult rubber. That is a nice pistol, wasn't it, Timber? Penny said they both are. Judge is Taurus and Governor is Smith & Wesson. Drop said, the King's Booze Fund. You want a drunk stream? That's the time to make it happen next week. I'll tell you what, if we get enough donations, I'll get that fucking Aguardiente stuff. And we'll have a right treat. The only thing that scares me, it's got a prawn on the label. Now, why would it scare me that alcohol has a prawn on the label? Which I find very odd, actually. I don't understand why some 40% alcohol has a prawn on the label. Sharp said, you know I don't speak Spanish. Yes, gout of the finger. Yes, finger guts. There was on about finger gut on the radio the other day. That's what that is. I've got finger gut. Mustache Glasses. A favourite revolver for me is the Nagant. Is that the one that you can put a silencer on? That when you push it. Yes, that is. I haven't even read all your comment. Yeah, I know which one you're on about. When you pull the trigger, the cylinder goes forward, don't it? And seals, and you can actually. It's the only one that you can truly put a silencer on, isn't it? Hang on, I'll read your comment now. Yeah, it's got the nifty floating cylinder where it forms a seal before firing. KGB would put a silencer on it. Yes, the only reason I know about that, I used to have a video years and years and years and years ago that used to show it was called, I think it was called Deadly Weapons, and that was out before the internet existed and all these people did tests. And on there they spoke about how revolvers can't have silencers because of the gap in it, the sound comes out. Yeah, gout of the finger, gout. It's not gout, it's a wart. Yeah, so if you eat too many prawns, you can get gout. So, and also alcohol can give you gout. This is going back to the prawn being on the alcohol. Herpes too, the love bump. Oh God. I seat you. I'm glad we could help you, mate. It's just a good place to ask questions like that on here. We'll always make an effort to try and help you out. Good on Richard. You're a good bloke. Richard often finds things that you can't find on eBay. It's a nice one, Rich. I don't know why that stuff's got a prawn on it. But yeah, maybe I'll get some Aguardiente stuff just for something different. For love pumped back, yes. So. Fuck, I've down that coffee. It's giving me a really dry mouth. But yeah, I do like that revolver. That is an interesting one, Mustache Glasses. At least coffee doesn't taste disgusting to me anymore. At one point, it was so disgusting after I had that cold. Timber said I had a Diak Nagant revolver. Only CO2 one doesn't have the moving cylinder. Oh, that'd be lovely. Yeah, I didn't know they even did Diak. Well, I knew they did Diaks, but didn't know they did CO2 ones. Mustache Glasses says Nagant shoots well, lots in circulation. Brass is easy to source. Not like my Reichs revolver. It's like $2 each fire. Yes, yeah, I bet it is. Yes, I did. Dropped, thank you. I see you said prawns are aliens. Seen a film about it. Well, do you know what? I love eating aliens, Sam. Give me an alien and I'll eat it any day. You've all seen my fucking Area 51 video. If you haven't, I'll show you some. I'll show you how much I like aliens, right? I don't know how hard this is going to be. That fun. I'm just going to hear. Hang on. Right, shit, I'm going to find this. I just need to get up a minute. Oh, fuck me, I stuck in my bottle. Fucking hell. Fuck's sake. Fucking hell, I wonder what the fuck that was. I always have a fucking massive fear that I'm sitting on something. Fuck's sake, shut myself. If you've not seen this before, let's watch. I'll show you how much I like aliens. Fucking hell. Right, hang on. Can you see that? It's the kind of shit I used to do. I was part of the Area 51 raid. There I was at the raid. This is the one where I have sex with the alien and get pregnant, isn't it? I'm sure it is. Last night. That little baby alien, look. I can get down with all the trends if need to. There you go. There you go. Flashbacks to that dude. I shat myself. Drop said we got crawdads in the creek on occasion. Go and eat them. Abhay Chauhan, how are you? Said you have a lot of guns. You make your own army. Yes, flashbacks to the dildo. We're Americans. We don't. Are you Americans? He's American. Dropped is American. Yes. Area 51 stream was great. When the stream goes up to 1,000, watch Mike nearly have a panic attack. I thought I did pretty good. That's Dash Glasses. Do you like 1911? Yeah, I've got a replica 1911 just there. Yes, I do quite like 1911s. World War One guys. I primarily collect World War One guns. Want to find one, but all the correct stamped ones cost the bread basket. Yeah, I bet they do. Yeah, 1,260 something watching. Yeah, 1.4. It was either 1.2 or 1.4 of it. It was mental. It was mental. Good fun. But yeah, trying to entertain that amount of people when it's fucking going mad like that is hard work, I tell you. I'll tell you how fast the stream was going, right? So I'm going to play a video, ignore what is being said and ignore the red writing. Look at the stream writing in the background. This is the Area 51 stream. Watch how fast it was going up.
It's a tiny bunch of nutters being watched over by a large team of moderators who encourage these people to think they have something worth saying. And people like you take them seriously, whereas nutters should be ignored. That is the proper purpose of a nutter, to be ignored.
Yeah, that writing in the background is actually from the Area 51 stream. Equalizer said, Mike, what make is your SAS? The new one I bought. What, the cheap one or my proper one? The proper one I've got, it's a weird one because it's actually unmarked. But I'm like really fucking sure it's not a reproduction, but it's just an unmarked one. So I don't know. But that one down there, the cheap one I bought, is just this is just a Combat UK 30 quid thing. My proper one, yeah, I don't know, because that's like, it's got to be like 50, it's over like 50 fucking years old. It's undercover, yes. It's a bit like that sword I've got up there. Unmarked doesn't necessarily mean it's not a genuine one either. That sword, even the records for that sword, there's a period of about 11 years where none of them was marked for some reason. So yeah, it's nice letter opener, exactly, Rich. Dave said, do you prefer carbon fibre bolts or aluminium? Can't decide which one would last longer. I personally prefer aluminium. Yeah. Yeah, not unmarked is undercover. Yeah, I prefer aluminium bolts personally. I would have aluminium bolts for everything if I could. But you can't always get them. Like, and if you can, you got to get them sort of like, you probably could get aluminium bolts for the adder, but you wouldn't be able to buy genuine ones, if that makes sense. Sorry, I couldn't figure the word. Equalizer, mine cost 120 from Sheffield, a new one. Yes, yeah, they're good ones. They are. They're pretty much like as good as the proper. They are pretty much the real thing. You know what I mean? They're proper good ones. That's if you want a proper good one, get one of them Sheffield ones. This is just a cheap Fairbairn sites looking knife, but it's good. It's I'm never going to use it for anything, and it feels the part and looks the part enough to enjoy it. I don't know how good the tang would be. Tang might go to there and be welded on for all I know. It's not perfect. The grind dent in the middle. But, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. It's not something I'm going to be bothered about for that kind of price. Those are cheers, mate. Therefore, my Jaguar 2 came with 16-inch bolts. The 18 seemed to be working better. Yeah, I prefer aluminium, Dave, especially for the bigger crossbows. Yeah, the only thing I would say is the bigger and more powerful the crossbow is, make sure you get the right bolts for it, because you don't want to start shooting bolts that are too light out of a very heavy draw crossbow, because you'll be essentially dry firing it and fuck it up. So the more powerful it is, the bigger the bolts, essentially, or heavier the bolts. Because you can get those like 16-inch ones, you can get 18-inch ones, and then you can get ones that are, there's some about, I don't know exactly, Richard probably know, but some are like 8mm, some are 10mm. And they look pretty much the same, it's just they're just a bit bigger. Yeah. So what plans for tomorrow? I shan't be hungover tomorrow, so I can actually do something. Maybe I'll message Metallic and we'll get the rest of Scream watched. Yeah, let's watch Scream 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 tomorrow, my queen. I shall be waiting for her. I'll even get up early. Equalizer, Mike, if you drop that knife into the wooden floor, will it stick in? Oh, probably, but I've broke the tip off Fairbairn's doing that because they are a very fine tip. So I'm not going to find out because if I break the tip off, I'll be fucking, yeah. That'll really annoy me. So it probably would, but I don't want to. But the problem is, these have very heavy handles. So if it doesn't go in enough, you have just the tip in, and if it's leaning over, that'll definitely fall down. The handles, the handles are solid metal on these. Dave said, cool, the heavier ones seem more accurate. And so I said, fuck you. It might be what's... fuck you. I might be... Oh, WhatsApp and Penny. But again, I heard that bullshit. That's a hard no from me. Yeah, you have a nice chat with Penny. Show Penny your wedding dress you're getting for when you marry me next time. Stand with the Queen. Fair enough, Penny. Fair enough, Penny. You are Sir Penny Dreadful of Tarth for a reason. And I respect you for that. And our Queen. You don't have to watch. You don't have to watch. Scream with me. No, in a way, I'm quite glad I don't have to watch anymore. Richard, the 20-inch ones are 8.8 diameter. Carbon bolts are generally recommended for high draw weight crossbows. The Equalizer, well balanced knife, a work of art designed to kill. Exactly. Brady said, well, you have a hand. I do have a hand. I do have a hand. I do. Yeah, I do. The Fairbairn sights are lovely knives. I think they're awesome. I think they're absolutely awesome knives. It's just nice to have a nice inexpensive replica. Yeah, I have got a Chris version down there, but I need to clean it up first. Dave said, thank you, Rich. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I don't know. Well, the centre on that dropped, I'd imagine, is probably in the fucking handle. I don't really know, though. As I say, the handle on these are very fucking heavy. Do you know what? It's about there. But that may be a very specific design choice. Because I know this is well thought out, this knife. That handle's that deliberate shape for being able to hold it in a fencing grip, which goes diagonally across your hand like that. That's actually how that's designed to be held. Like that, sorry. So it's designed to be held diagonally across your hand like that. Not like that, yeah. Like that. And but that's a fencing grip. And I think that is pretty much a fencing like handle. There are more technical terms to these things. But yeah, pretty sure that is a fencing style handle. I had read all this shit years ago. Can't remember it all now. Yeah, but also though dropped. This may not be as accurately balanced as the genuine ones, but I know that they do have solid brass handles, so they're gonna be heavy as fuck. Yeah, it's about there. It's almost in the middle of the handle. Fool said, how many dogs have you owned? Just two. So when I was a kid, we grew up with me and Matt grew up with a female Alsatian called Zulu. that was originally called Lulu, but my dad refused to stand about calling Lulu, so they called it Zulu. Yeah. And then Monty now, but Monty sort of lives here and lives down my brother's at the same time. So sort of half and half. Drop said Penny Swagger Dagger has that same balance just behind the guard. Nice. The Equalizer Fairbairn sites were 2 police officers working in Hong Kong. Just designed the knife for the army. Well, yeah, I know. I've read it all. Yeah, I've read it all. Yeah, yeah. Because I think Sykes actually came from not far away from where I live. Yeah. I don't know if they was both police. Fairbairn was a military police. I don't know about Sykes though. But yeah, I know one of them was. Hello, Danny. How you doing, mate? You right? Old Redbeard said, "What's that huge pistol on the far right?" That is a Daisy 2003 32-shot repeating pellet gun. Yes. Penny said, "I saw that movie. Zulu, good choice." Rita Mike, limo version of the Fairbairn sites. I don't know if that's supposed to say limo. Yeah, from a weed slasher. Yeah, well, no, I did make one. I did make a Fairbairn site, didn't I, with a wooden handle? Don't you remember? Yes. Yeah, Daisy 2003. It's a very odd thing. It has a odd, weird magazine in the top of it. I'll try and show you without because you're not allowed to hold guns on live streams. Oh shit. So that's the 32-shot magazine. And every now and then it misfires and basically goes full auto, shoots all of the pellets out in like fucking 2 seconds. Yeah, it shouldn't. It's just as a fault. Penis fingers or testicle toes? Penis fingers. You've asked that a million times. Yeah, I'm not into CO2 guns anymore. They're a pain in the fucking ass. Equalizer. I got a Colt 45. Has not the revolvers down the end there. I've got a single action army there. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Yeah, that's the 32-shot magazine. Yeah, as I say, every now and then you'll be shooting it, and it just shoots the fucking lot. That's a fucking Uzi. Yeah. A small window of accuracy. Yes, and also there's so much can go wrong with CO2 guns. How you doing, Persia? Anyway, you're right, mate. But yeah, it's one of those guns that never really worked right. Don't forget to like the stream, by the way, everyone. Yeah, it's one of those guns. I've always had issues with it. Hello, Dolly. How you doing? I followed you on Instagram recently. Thank you for following me as well. Yeah, how you doing, Dolly? All right? Yeah, it played up since the day I bought it. You have to have the exact right pellets for it, otherwise they don't fit in there. And the answer is finger licking good. Just sake. Brad said, "I feel awful having woke up with my phone in my hand, waiting for the stream." Did you really? Fuck's sake. I was only fucking 10 minutes late. Drop said, "Have a break barrel that has 10-shot magazine. It's a great idea, but that's same pellet problem." Yeah, I was thinking of buying a break barrel with a magazine, and then I thought, too much to go wrong. You know, I might just stick with a standard break barrel. Yeah. Yes, don't forget to like the stream, everyone. Yeah, what is your one dropped? Because I know there's a few that do it now. At the time, there was one. There was a Gammo one. Evil said, "My mum has an animal. My mum was an animal hoarder. I had 18 dogs from birth to the age of 13 that I can remember, plus a bunch of other animals." Fucking hell. Good night, Tim. But yeah, so as I said, yeah, so when me and Matt was born, Zulu was about 1. So I grew up with that dog until I was about 12, and the dog died about 13. Might have been 14. There's pictures of me in secondary school, and the dog was still about, so it might have lived to 14. Yeah, then we didn't have a dog for years. We've had like other animals, birds and fucking shit like that. But yeah, and then Monty. We won't have Monty a couple of years. Yeah, I think he's 4 now. Yeah, thank you, Penny. Yeah, don't forget to support the channel if you'd like to. There's a link in the description, a link in the chat. And if you don't know how to support, just ask me and I'll tell you how. Matt's had a few dogs. I think Matt's probably had one called Pepsi, one called Susie, I think. Then they had Bella, Sky, and they've got the one now, so 5, at least 5. So I grew up in a house that never had less than 15 cats, even after I moved out. Fucking hell. Yeah, never had a cat. Never had a cat. Sorry, I got a really dry mouth. Oh, God. Yeah. Never had cats. Equalizer said, in the early 70s, you could get an air rifle, an air gun compressed air in the UK, lead pellets, where in the air canister, it could fire 60 metal pellets a second. Fucking hell. What was that then? Never heard that one. Was that like the what do you call it? Like the fair gun ones? Not fair gun, fair. What am I trying to say? The fair guns. What am I trying to say there? Fairground guns is what I'm trying to say. That are on a compressor, aren't they? But yeah, that thing, every now and then it would malfunction and shoot all the pellets pretty much like instantly. Yeah. Sounds like a grenade you can aim. Exactly, dropped. Dave said, I have 6 cats, only allowed to play in the garden. Supervised. Nice. Yeah. We never had a cat. We've had birds. So we had a hamster that we found in a car park. And in that car park, there used to be an old tramp who used to frequent the car park. So we decided to name the hamster after him. So we had the hamster called Dennis the Tramp. That was his actual name, not Dennis. His name was Dennis the Tramp. So we had a hamster called Dennis the Tramp. We had a female blackbird called Marvin. God, that made you laugh, those. His name was Dennis the Tramp. The hamster was. The boy at home in the sandwich box. Yeah, the hamster Dennis the Tramp, Marvin the yes, PG, yeah, that was special patrol group, yes. Yeah, female blackbird called Marvin. We had a green finch with a broken wing that never got better, but it lived for years, called Frank. I think it was called Frank. Yeah. We didn't have loads of animals. So most of the animals we had was sort of rescue stuff or stuff, you know, like that fucking hamster we found. Car park. Pissed out our faces down, you know, nearly said the place then, but yeah, down in the other village. Drop said we had cats, but also dogs and a parrot and snakes, like a petting zoo. He was at one point we had 7 dogs, 3 or 4 cats. Oh, rabbits. We had. So my sister had a rabbit. She had a rabbit, Twinkle, which I always said Twinkle had the temperament of the fucking rabbit off of the Holy Grail. That would rip your fucking throat out. You put your hands in its cage, it would attack you. Yeah, I reckon if that could get out, that would have gone for your neck any day. Twinkle would have. Yeah, 2 rabbits, 4 guinea pigs, 6 ferrets, 50-something hamsters. Fucking hell. Yes, run away, exactly, dropped, exactly. Yeah. You can still see Twinkle's grave in the back garden. I put a slab over it and a fucking cross. I used to make crosses for the animals when they died. Marvin had his own cross. The day that Marvin died, right, which was the female blackbird, I buried Marvin in the back garden and then took a second to stand back. And this is no bullshit because it sounds fucking bizarre and it was really fucking surreal at the time. Took a second to stand back, and at that moment, hundreds and hundreds of birds landed in all of the fucking trees in my back garden and the garden behind us, and was going fucking mental. And it's just a coincidence, but it was fucking proper surreal. That just as it was like these birds had all come to fucking say goodbye to this bird. They hadn't, but yeah, and there was hundreds of them. Hundreds and hundreds of birds. The trees was fucking full of them. They must have just fucking happened to, be landing there at that time. Bring up religious. The thing to me, a cross isn't a religious thing, though. I know you're taking the piss, Rich, anyway, but yes. Donnie said if I had a dog, I would name it Cheese. But yeah, it was one of the most surreal things I've ever experienced. Yeah, hundreds and hundreds of birds all flocking into these trees and going mental. And then I went in and they fucked off. It was bizarre. Yeah. So Evil said that's totally disregarding the offspring of everything except the fish and a hamster that we had to keep selling. Fucking hell, yeah. Absolutely, man. And I don't mean mental in a bad way, but yeah. I couldn't deal with that many animals. I couldn't do it. Judge. Did I ever put that fucking clip from fucking, what do you call it on? That's helping, isn't it, when I say things like that? Did I ever put that clip on from thingy? Stakeland. Sure I did. Just gonna look quickly.
We don't tolerate religion or politics in here.
I did put it on there. It's on the wrong thing. Drop said our ball python was called Monty. Nice. 1111 is it, my queen? Yeah. What should I am dropped? I have principles and standards, don't you know? Yes. Oh, Mister, yes. Yeah, sorry, Penny, yeah. Yeah, Stakeland. Yeah, that clip was from Stakeland when they're at the bar. Yeah, he said we don't tolerate politics or religion. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, see what the thing is, and I know Richard was joking. He was taking the piss because I said about no religion and politics. But in all honesty, though, because I would like to say this, crosses to me don't have any religious, not in a cross I use. So if I ever put a cross on something, as in like it's just a mark to be able to go somewhere to pay respects for something, if that makes sense. So put a little cross down there, perfect place to put a name across like that. And then you know where the animals are buried. Drop said, you watched Fallout yet? No, I haven't. No. I've watched the first series. I haven't watched the new one yet. Have you been watching it then, Dropped? The Equalizer said, you can feed blackbirds a complete soil worm. It can eat the whole thing in one go. And they go again, so you can... There again, so can a pet toad. A seagull can eat a small rabbit in one mouthful. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, Marvin was a lovely bird. So that bird used to have epileptic fits. And I started to hold it in my hands like that to stop it hurting itself. And you could feel its whole body just shaking, like fucking going having like a seizure. And I'd just have to hold it for like fucking, a few minutes, and then it would stop. And then you could put it back in the cage. But if you didn't, it would sit on its cage, and it would go completely rigid, and then start shaking, and just fall off. And then be not pleasant to see, So I said it's a weird thing that humans do when you cry at a rock, don't it? Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Virgil said, my father was I thought that said, no, that does say no. I hadn't read the rest. I thought you were saying your father was a homing pigeon. Yeah, your father was a homing pigeon enthusiast. And my sister was an angel mail freak. I don't know what that is. What the fuck's an angel mail freak? Never heard of that. We had 250-ish pigeons, a dog, lovebirds, cockatiels, a lizard. Oh, lovebirds. You don't love birds. A lizard, mice, gerbils, hamster, rabbits, and fish. An angel mail freak. Am I reading that wrong? But you can cuddle a seagull. If you cuddle a blackbird, it would accidentally go tell Lenny and kill you. Yeah, you'd accidentally go full Lenny and kill it with your laugh. Yes. Do you know how to clap pigeons, Persia? Ritter, I wouldn't mind a few pet snakes. I've got to fill the a pit trap for something. My sister wasn't. Oh, animal freaks! Fucking hell! I was trying to work it out. Persia. I did wonder what the fucking angel mail freak was. I thought it might have been something. You never know. Equalizer, I used to have a pet blackbird, a young, and then it flew away after 6 weeks. SR, how are you? He said, what do you think about the Benjamin airbow? Do you think has the power to take down an elephant? I'm not that familiar with the Benjamin airbow. Richard might be. RS Archery. I'm not sure. Yeah. Oh, fuck me. Oh, no. I thought that knife was just on the sofa, not in its sheath. That's why I crap myself when I sit down. Who's sending me stuff now, eh? Ah, you beat me to Angel Mail Freak. That is a good band name, actually. That is a good band name. Richard said easily, SR. He reckons easily it could. Sorry, I started fucking yawning already. So you grew up with a lot of animals as well then, did you, Persia? Here's a question for you. How many of you lot reckon then, if you had cats, how many of you lot reckon you've got toxoplasmosis parasite in your brain? How many of you reckon you've got that? I reckon most of you probably have. It's not lethal, just makes you do more reckless things. And probably like cats as well. So have you got toxoplasmosis? Johnson, at this point I must do. Richard said, if it's hitting 80 foot-pounds of energy, it would take an elephant out with the right arrowhead. Evil said, angel mail, it's chain mail with metal angel wings attached. Yes. It was that. I was trying to work out what it was. Yes. Thursday said, yes, it was a nightmare. Definitely not, as we never had cats. False said, I most likely do. I think I do. I think I got toxoplasmosis. Fuck, I can't say it. I need to read it again. I can't remember how it's spelled. Oh, too many birds to have cats. Yeah, still haven't put my forbiddens on. Reckon it'll be protein shake for me tonight. Dave said I'd probably have it. It's always been reckless though. Yeah, I reckon I've got it. I reckon I've got it. Spacey said my granddad rescued a nanny goat, kept in the back garden. Fucking hell. Nearly had a pet hedgehog once, but found it in the shed with like a plastic bag wrapped around its head, and I reckon it had been like that since it was born, and like had oxygen deprivation because I spent like 3 or 4 days feeding that all the time. You know, every couple of hours. Toxoplasma monkeys, yes. Feeding it with like a dropper and like wetting it so that it would go to the toilet, and it just died. Hedgehog's drinking wank. JB Kane, so are you right, mate? He said, "Do you still have the crossbow of the bayonet? Remember that was cool as shit." Yes, I do. I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I've got bayonets on now, but I can't show them because if I hold any crossbows up, YouTube think they're guns and they shut my live streams down. But yes, I do. I have 5 now with bayonets on. If you have a crossbow, it must have a bayonet on it. Yeah, go onto my channel, JB, and look up. Well, if you look up the latest crossbow I bought, well, actually not the latest one. Look up Sobek, Sobek. Yes. You shut up, Richard. You shut your gob. RS Archer, you shut your gob. What's that bullshit? Joking. He said John Sprout did the bayonet thing first. Spacey said my cousin runs a local hedgehog rescue. Nice. Yeah, I've got there's 2 up there that have bayonets on. There's 1 there, that's the 3rd one, and my Adder and my Vlad, which are behind here, have bayonets on. Yeah, you mean extra sharp indicators? Yes. I'll have a crossbow with a bayonet on for auction soon. JB said I got the Revo 7. So I borrowed a Revo 7 off of my mate Tom. That is a lovely crossbow, isn't it? That probably is one of the best ones you can get. Built from the ground up to have all the things that people want. Jack's Pureblood, how are you, mate? Sorry. Full-size crossbow or medium-sized pistol crossbow? Mankung Sobek. The Mankung Sobek is the best crossbow for under 300 quid. Fucking 100%. 100%, without a doubt. Just there. Can't quite see it. 7-shot magazine crossbow. You can put loads of accessories on. Ignore the floating head up there. I'll be that way. Berger said, I've seen one of the people he had on the stream. He definitely had AIDS first. I think he did. Yeah, I've seen one of the people he had on there. Yeah, Mankung Sobek, Jax, or also look up the same crossbow, Mankung Alligator Plus multi-shots. If you look on my channel, you'll find the information for the Sobek or the multi-shot. Yeah, it's an amazing pistol crossbow. 100 quid. 100 quid. It's fucking brilliant. Yeah, because all of the other magazine crossbows are so expensive, that's a true inexpensive one. Thank you, JB Keynes. Yeah, Mankung Sobek around 80 quid. Exactly, JB. Yeah, that's an amazing price, and it's got decent power. Mine's never had a single funny thing go wrong with it. It always shoots fine. I only mention that because nearly every. Oh, also yes, thank you, Persia. Upcoming giveaway. Well, it won't be a giveaway. It'll be an auction. I'm going to auction off a fully kitted out Sobek. So this Sobek will have. It will be the Sobek. It will have a bayonet on it. It will come with speed loaders, speed loader mount, light, stock bag, spare bolts, targets, accessories, everything you can think of straight out the box. Yeah. But that'll be I think I'm going to do an auction for that. I may change my mind though. Might be a paid for giveaway. But yeah, we'll see. Richard said, how many misfires did you have with the adder? I've definitely had a few. Rich. I've definitely had misfires with the original magazine and the new one. I've had misfires with the Stinger when I borrowed that. I had at least one misfire of that. I even had a misfire with the Revo 7 when I was shooting that. That had a misfire. Redback XR, catastrophic nearly fucking misfires with that. I think it's because if you load that Sobek up properly, because it has that little switch and the groove. See, a lot of people moaned about why has it got that groove? That's to stop it misfiring. You know this, Rich. The reason it has that groove, it makes the bolts sit flat, and it also has a switch. But when you cock it, the switch drops back, the bolts sit down, they sit down perfectly. Fucking shit's perfect every time. Yeah. Drop says, so you're saying you have excess of free parts? You try off? No. I even bought. I'll sling as well. No, I even bought some for. If I'm doing a paid for auction, I've got to get the best stuff for it. Now I actually bought some today for it. Don't call my oldest child that, Drop. Yeah, fuck. I know what you mean. Dangerous if you're out with the boys, yes. Evil said, so it doesn't shoot out a flag that says gotcha or anything funny like that. No, sadly not. Sadly not. Yeah, contest. I'll have to think about it. I originally thought I'd do I'd probably make more money doing an actual giveaway, paid for giveaway. But I might. I'll think about it. Perhaps either a paid for giveaway or an auction. See, the auction it'll be more guaranteed. Just I don't know. Great Equalizer said, how big is your back garden to do all your firing of crossbows and air guns? It's not massive. Probably 8 meters wide at the least wide part, maybe, and don't know, 25, 30 meters long, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, back alley is huge. Misfires, I mean, didn't realize how that sounded. Christ, yes. Not massive, my garden, but it's big enough that you can do a nice bit of range shooting, And I got good neighbours. They're all right. Good night, Rich. Take care, mate. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. Yeah, good night, Rich. See you later, mate. I put these gloves on and off, because sometimes you feel like you need them, and then sometimes they feel a bit tight. But, yeah, I'm just trying to guess how big my garden is. I think it's maybe about 8 meters wide. It's definitely about 25 long. JB said, where did you get your attachments for your pistol crossbows? I want to add some attachments to my Revo. Can you attach flashlights, bayonets, and slings and flashlights? Definitely. Bayonets usually have to either be custom made, or you have to get like a scope mount and some kind of round handled knife with a 1-inch thing. Put it in, but it won't be very strong, I don't think. How I can make bayonets for things if you ever want one. eBay, Amazon, AliExpress, they do all like slings and sights and flashlights. You can get like flashlight lasers and red dot sights. Yeah, Drop said, have to do the math so you're how far I can shoot. Yes. What? I know feet, and I know feet. If you know feet, I can convert that to yards and then maybe meters. Around about 133 yards. So that's about 400 feet, maybe a bit more. Around about 400 feet, yes. Nice. There's 3 feet to a yard. So actually, yeah, that would be 490. 499 yards. 399 yards, sorry. 399 yards. Yes, 400, yeah. 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 Most people know meters in this country anyway. I'm just, yeah. It's not 12 inches, but it smells like a foot, yes. Certainly does, suppose, yeah. It certainly does. That is what she said. We watched the last episode of Series 1 of Copper tonight. The talent was gutted that it weren't the last ever episode. Drop said, got a good scope. So it's not too bad. Just have to deal with the wind usually. Yeah, that'd be lovely to shoot that distance. The Equalizer said, I can't even fire I'm sure you're not right. You can't even fire a penis in my backyard, and it's huge. My neighbours are a bunch of baskets. He was saying that. JB said, did you say laser attachments? Yes. You can have a red dot. You can have laser. You get laser. Yeah. Just look up stuff like a Weaver mounted laser, Weaver rail laser. Yeah, Weaver rail laser should come up with stuff. You can get ones that are about this big and they have a torch on it, a flashlight, and a laser. Some of them you can have like a switch that comes down to near your trigger, so you can turn it on like that, or you can have a switch near your foregrip. Yeah, loads of stuff. You can't even fire his penis in the back garden, apparently, Dolly. I'm lucky that my neighbours are quite good and they know me and they're not bothered by all that. If I suddenly got new neighbours, I'd be a little bit wary, but they've always known me, so they're fine. And I try not to take the piss anyway. Like if I know, like my neighbour Jackie, if I saw her sitting in her garden, so I have a little bit of a sunbathe or something, I would not go out shooting air rifles because I wouldn't want to disturb her. I'll just wait. You know what I mean? So I don't take the piss, and then they can, and then they don't get irritated by it. You just got to, you got to know your neighbours. Some neighbours are dicks, and you wouldn't be able to do anything. They'll call the police because they see you with a fucking BB gun or a bow or something. Yeah. Evil said, I feel super old. My knees have started to ache when I stand up and sit down. Yeah, I feel your pain there. Lasers take all the fun out of shooting, no effort at all. It depends what you want, though. They can be good fun just because it's a laser, but I get you. Hello, Carlos. How you doing, mate? He said, I'm not too late, am I? Told you I was getting cussed tonight. Pissed or cussed? The Equalizer said, this big mic as big as a prawn. Hang on, this big mic as big as a prawn. Is it Mike? DC, the best way to be. My wife calls my next door neighbour the bitch. Yeah, all my neighbours are all right. The ones behind me, the ones on both sides. Known them for years. The ones on that side would have the right to fucking not like me at all. From what I used to do when I was drunk. But, I think they realised why I was doing it. Basically, next door was where my nan lived, and I didn't really want anyone moving in there. And sometimes I'd get drunk and bang on the door just to be a dick. But they've always been fine about it. I think they just knew that we was just being fucking drunk dickheads, because nothing ever, it wouldn't hurt no one, you know, bang on the door, run off sort of thing. Yeah, no, they're all right, but I get on well with them. All of them, as I say, all of my neighbours. Both of them, that side and that side, I've had to get in their house for them to let them in after they've locked themselves out. Yeah. The bits does make me laugh. But yeah, it is a bastard when you have dick neighbours. It's horrible, isn't it? Because you can't do any fucking thing if they're just constantly moaning all the time. And it always causes stress and bother. So yeah, I try to be a good neighbour. I try not to, if they want anything. Jackie was saying last time I saw her, she said, the good thing is, even if I'm in on my own and I need some help, I know that you lot would always come straight around and help me, which is true. And the ones on the other side, you know. Yeah. Can I lockpick? Yes, I can, JB. That's what I tried to do originally. I was going to go around there, and I did attempt to pick the lock. It was too difficult. I didn't want to. If she'd just not stood there watching me, I probably could have just spent a good 15 minutes trying. But when someone's watching you, I just fucking got a ladder and got in the window in the end. I knew you meant pissed, Carlos, but I just wondered. Fuck, I'm rough. So I said, even if it's just your video game making, I was, yes, fucking hell, yeah. I once thought this was how good this game was. Playing this game, and I had this bang, bang, bang on the wall, and I thought that was weird. Oh, fuck. And then it did it again on this wall behind me, which is where the joining neighbour is. And I genuinely thought something was happening to her, like she was trying to signal me because, she was hiding from someone and trying to, get my attention. I thought, I don't know, but I thought also if she is, I need to be able to see and not let the people know she's hiding from know that I'm, looking. So I had to go and stand outside my house, look over the road, look into her window to see if I could see anything going on. Came back in. Heard this weird noise again, and I've realised it was the computer game I've been playing that had this weird sound design, which was exactly like that to make you think someone was knocking on the fucking wall, because the sound came from behind me. It was mental. It had this sort of, I can't remember what it's called, but this sort of 3D type sound design to it. And the game was, you was reading a phone and something was happening to someone. That was great. Yeah. But yeah, I nearly knocked on her door or potentially kicked her fucking door in because I thought she was getting fucking attacked. Love lock picking. Don't buy cheap locks. They're easy to open. Exactly, TC. Paul said, I'd love to live in the middle of nowhere with no other houses around, as long as there's a shop nearby. Yes. DC said, thankfully, the average crackhead doesn't have the capacity to learn it. No. Danny said, I started lockpicking when I was 9 with a bobby pin. Yeah, lockpicking's interesting. I always had a fascination with lockpicking after I saw my dad pick the lock on the electric meter to get some of the money out of it. Because I don't know how many of you lot know this, but in the UK, and they may have them in other countries, you used to have electric meters and gas meters that you used to put 50p coins in, and then you'd turn the dial, and then that would give you 50p's worth of electric. Yeah, I remember watching my dad pick the lock of that. He didn't do it too often because you'd obviously get caught. If you took all the money out, you'd get caught because there's no money in it. You had to put some back or leave some in there. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, the gas one had pound coins, and the electric 50p's. Yeah, and I had a fascination since then. I've always wanted a lockpick, and I can't. I'm not that good at it. I know how to pick a lock, but I do know the basics. I do own lockpicks, and I have picked locks, and I can pick a lock. But obviously, some are a lot more difficult than others, aren't they? Yeah. I used to make lockpicks. You can make lockpicks from old hacksaw blades. Snap them off, get about that long. DC said, Moki, is that Moki? Moki sells some good sets. Nice. Yeah, mine's just a really cheap set. We're going to loop of bike brake cable in the coin slot and get free electric. Nice. Shakira, how you doing? How you doing? Thank you for the donation earlier. I do appreciate that. If Danny's on, I don't know, he might be on in a second. Can you tell him I've got a little package out there and there's a few things in it and he's got to share them with you, all right? So don't let him have all of it. Some of it's for you. All right? It's just a couple of I've given him, I've sent him the thingy once, which is the catapult pouch thing. But I've also chucked a couple of other little things in there. You two have got to share them, all right? But obviously the slingshot pouches there is. Danny, you right, mate? How you doing? He said, "Hiya, mate. Thanks so much. I'll send you 20." I do appreciate that, mate. I really do. That is very generous of you, mate. Yeah, I got a little package out there for you with a couple of little things in. But yeah, you have to share them. JB said, "Angle grinder, the best lock picker, mate. Probably the fastest and cheapest." Well, true. Yeah, I'm all right. I ain't too bad. Staying sober tonight. Dibs, yeah. Whoever opens it first. Yeah. I imagine they'll nick most of it, Shakira, but you know, as long as you get one thing out of it. I'll show you my cheap lock picks. I think I've got them up here. Ugh. I did have them in here. Where are you YouTubing out then? Fight for the post, yeah. So yeah. But these are only cheap fucking things. Oh, have I had a good night? Yeah, not bad. Not sorry, I thought you said you've had a good night. Yeah, I ain't too bad, mate. Yeah, it's been all right. But it's got an all right selection. Yeah, it's got an all right selection. And there's the tensioning tool thing, you know. Sorry, my mouse is upside down there. Yeah, I prefer the reasonably straight ones. Do you know what, TC? I can't remember where I got these from. It might have been years and years ago, and it might have been from a place called Spytech. The Equaliser, I remember the electric 50p meters in a caravan holiday in Wales. Someone had drilled a very small hole through the glass to put a pin in to stop the meter. Nice. Yeah, I love all that. Yeah, I've been around a house before where they'd basically hammered fucking, so basically got a wire and wrapped that wire around a nail and I basically hammered that into the wires underneath the fucking meter to get free electric and like bypass it. Am I the only one who got a mental image of Harry Hill? What did I say? Spent a couple of hundred on mine. Oh yeah, no, these are just cheap ones. Yeah. Love no kids. JB said, "Is that deactivated stuff on?" Yeah, so most of it's either deacs, airsoft, air guns, like air pistols that shoot pellets, replicas, stuff like that. Yeah. The Equalizer said, I ordered a Swiss Army knife leather case. Cost me £20 last week. Yeah, that's a fair bit, isn't it? But yeah, probably a good quality, leather case. If you ever want leather goods, come to me. I can do your leather fucking stuff. Look. Sorry, I'll show you something I made the other day. So that logo there is UK Urban Prepper, who this will be for. That's his EDC knife. I'm going to send that him soon. What have I been up to? Not a lot, really, Shakira. Not really a lot. Watched the film. Thank you, Persia. Yeah, it came out all right in the end. Fucking hell, stressful to make, I'll tell you. Yeah, quite nice, isn't it? It's actually quite nice for a little pouch. You get surprising. Yeah. Thank you, DC. Thank you, Dolly. Yeah, it was quite fucking stressful making that. Because it was, because he's buying it. Vol said, I like Danny and I like Shakira. Which one's better? Oh, there's only one way to find out. Fight. Yes. Yes, now I get you. Yes, fucking hell. Thank you. Yeah, glad you like it. Danny said she made a lovely lamb dinner. Got brownies in the oven. All nice. Brownies with special stuff in them. Equalizer, I've seen people wire up electric cables to street lamp posts and bury the cable. Yeah, I haven't seen that in real life, but yeah. Yeah, I remember going around this girl's house. It was years ago, like, I don't know. I was about fucking 17 at the time. And I didn't know this at the time, but she fancied me, and I had basically been taken there under the pretext of she was going to seduce me. Get me drunk and seduce me. Yeah. Yeah. And she did, but it took her a while. Took her a fucking while. That was a weird experience, I'll tell you. Oh, God. The Equalizer, how much is that pouch mic? I don't know. I'm not sure. 20 quidish? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. 20 quidish. President, my ex-brother-in-law had a copper cable bypassing his meter, and when the meter guy came round and asked to read his meter, he just said no and shoved her in his face. He paid for 1 week in 4. Nice. Dot said it took a while to seduce you or get you drunk, both. But it was a very weird experience because I remember being sat around there. I remember having to help her sort out this fucking electric of these wires hanging out the fucking box. Yeah, both. Wires hanging out the fucking box, and then sitting there being plied with drink all night. A drunk dad coming round who was absolutely off his fucking head and mental, very off-putting, and then getting seduced in a double bed that 2 other people were sleeping in. So yeah, how's that? Yeah, evil, both. JB said, look at that large bowie. I remember following your No Forge Bill Hook videos back in the day. Great stuff. Shame you can't get many blank blades nowadays. Very few stores selling overpriced PK metal. Exactly, JB. Yeah, I'm going to do a bowie build soon with another Bill Hook. Yeah, they're nice, aren't they? I do like them. TC said Handsworth was pretty sketchy in the 90s. Danny says, sounds like RTV license. Sorry, I'm not in. Evil says you got there just before me dropped. He did. Fair says, is that the email whose company you were in and shit yourself? No, it wasn't. No, it weren't. No, it weren't her. No, I know what you're. No, that was No, it wasn't her. No. No, I didn't shit myself in any form with this one. apart from the next day, I fucking did a runner because I couldn't be dealing with that shit anymore. I was woke up hungover, having spent the night in a bed that 2 other fucking people was in, so 4 of us. And I made my excuse. I pretty much did the going out to buy cigarettes and never came back. However, what makes it even funnier is, so I did that runner because I just didn't want to deal with her anymore. Because you got to remember, she was seducing me, not the other way around. I woke up maybe a couple of weeks later. We'd all been pissed. We was all in this room. When this room used to have my bunk beds in, laid just here. Woke up. She comes in. Matt's asleep on the top bunk. One of my mates asleep on the sofa. Another one's over there. We're all fucking dying of hangovers. She comes in, sits just here where I'm sitting on my old sofa. Gives me a porno VHS. Trying to get me to watch this porno. Ah, Christ. Very weird. Big Boy said, Mike, do you know what a big whacker is on a building site? Yeah, like what that flattens the ground, the whacker plate things. Do you mean? Is that what you mean? It was fucked up, TC. It was very. It was interesting. It was interesting. I can't remember what the porno was. I didn't watch it. I was fucking dying because what the problem was. Maybe if she'd have come round and it was just me and her. I was a bit thick in them days, but yeah, I certainly was. I was thick as fuck when it came to women. Then I probably still am now. Thick as fuck. Yes, true. If she'd have come out on her own, it might have been a different story. It's just every time this happened, there was always like other people there. You know, if she'd have come out just me and her in my bedroom, ideal. But my fucking twin brothers up there, one of my mates paralytic here, one that, you know, like we're all hungover and dying. Yes. Yeah. Yes, correct. 100%. But yeah, the problem was there was always other people there, not shaving Ryan's privates, no. Fuck's sake. John said, my brother cut the end off an extension cord, wired one lead to a door handle and the other under the carpet, just in front of his bedroom. Got me as a joke. Damn, it killed him when he got in. Fuck's sake. Well, that's if you did that in the UK, that would probably kill you, because our voltages are 240. Americans are 110, so it's a little bit you know, hard to kill you. Evil said, you're not fake. I've met much dumber people than you. Thank you, Evil. Thank you. Oh, no, I'm reasonably intelligent about everything apart from when it comes to women. And then I just ain't got a clue. Never have. Never have. Probably never will. Too late now. Yeah. Yeah. But thank you, Eve. I do appreciate that. Yeah, no, reasonably intelligent about most things. Basically, that's most men, I think. Yeah, well, maybe. Mike is thick. That I am. That I am. Yes. She couldn't resist. Oh, fuck's sake. Yeah. So that was quite odd. But, yeah, and then I remember her telling, we went for a walk down the shops, and I remember her telling me about how her brother was in prison. And I thought, oh, you're telling me all this shit, but I don't need to know this. Your fucking dad's a complete pisshead nutter. Brother's in fucking prison. Because I think the house we was in was like her brother's house. And she was staying in it while he was in prison. This is my wife wins all the arguments, and I don't understand how. I have 2 degrees. Yeah, exactly. By the way, don't forget to like the stream, everyone. Hope you're enjoying it. How the hell did we get on that conversation? Oh, the electric thing, wasn't it? Yeah. What other shit was made? I don't know. But yeah, it was an odd one. But, you know, I used to enjoy all like the weird shit that used to go on. It was good fun. You can always look back at it afterwards. Oh, sorry, Mike, I'm fucked. Falling asleep. See you next week, pal. I'm not drinking again. Carlos, I'll see you next week for a drink. I'm going to get some agua diente in, especially for you. Yes, I'm going to Kylie Minogue, especially for you. Good night, Carlos. Take care, mate. Don't have nightmares. Do sleep well. Thank you for the link there, Spacey. You are late, Saint. I may have. I've sent you your package, haven't I? Trying to remember what packages are out there. JB said, "Did you used to live in Handsworth back then?" No, I don't know if I've ever been to Handsworth. Well, what made you say that? Do you know a woman similar? Oh, Christ. God says, still think you need to get 2 fingers in you. Let me have a look, and I'll see if I can fit 2 fingers in next week. Right? It just depends how much it costs. Right? But if I can get 2 fingers in for next week, I will. All right? Just looking up how much it costs to get 2 fingers in. Don't say I didn't treat you. So, the thing is, if it costs more than 20 quid, it ain't happening. Oh, you didn't even get that over here. TC said, I did with my wife. It's okay as long as you're not in a gang or involved with drugs. What's that? Oh, Handsworth. No, I don't know. Just confused me now. Tate said, no, you forgot to send me the 500 quid. No, I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm all right. I say it 3 times. It means I mean it. Oh, no, 2 in the pink, 1 in the stick. Oh, okay, the wife. Yes. You know. The Tate said, I'm going to sod off, you lovely people. My forbiddens are waiting for me. Good night, my queen. If I'm not on too late, I'll message you. But I might just, what I might do is, when this finishes, watch a couple of episodes of the Armando Iannucci show. But I'll let you know when I go to bed. So it said, ears and hands any better? Hands have been pretty good for the last 2 days. Not a lot of pain at all. My finger got stuck earlier, but that's because I think I put it in a weird position for a couple of minutes and it got stuck like it. But other than that, that's been good. Ear, exactly the same. I was saying to my mum earlier, fuck it, I'm so deaf, it's unbelievable. Honestly, if I take my hearing, I've never been this deaf, ever. It's horrible. It's fucking horrible. But yeah, hopefully though, I had noticed recently that when I was blowing my nose, my ear was starting to pop. So that's a good thing. It means the tubes are clear. Yeah, good night, my queen. Good flight. She's doing it back, but you can't see. See you later. Good night. If anyone would like to know the reference to that, I did explain it once. She was watching The Last of Us, and there was a fucking like zombie thing with like tentacles hanging out of his mouth, and she said how much it like disgusted her. So that's now become a joke. But that's how we wave goodbye. Yeah, pretty much, DC. Yeah, like tentacles hanging out your mouth. Yeah, pretty much. Saint said, back on the normal stream. Get on the get on the horizontals, Saint. Yes, sort your life out, mate. Right, where are we? Drop said, I think they need to sell those little bottles of them and call them knuckles. That way, if you can't get 2 fingers, you can at least get a couple of knuckles deep. Yes, that's good. I like that. However, saying that, Dropped, can you, if I remember, I will actually have a look. There's a company called Drink Supermarket that does miniatures. So I could at least get, might be able to get a miniature of Two Fingers. Yeah. Saint said, my mum's been having that Reynard's issue. I know what you mean. Not sure if you've heard it. Yes. So when I went camping, our mate Richard's got Reynard's, and isn't that like poor circulation in the ends of your fingers, and they go like really cold and like, don't they go like white where the blood ain't going to it or something? Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what our mate Richard's got. JB said, the crossbow slings, these padded shoulder slings, where do they attach at? So on the Sobek, there is actually a hole on the stock and there'll be a hole at the front, but you can buy a little mount to connect them if you need to. But the Sobek's got a hole at the front and the back. Sometimes you need to add an O-ring, not an O-ring, a split ring thing. So it's how do you deal with it? Seems to be proper bad, man. Sadly I can't, because I've never had Reynard's disease. I just know about it. I think putting on some warm gloves would help just to get your circulation going. I think warming them up helps, but I'm not really sure, mate. Drop said, just want you to try it and see what you think. I'm not a tequila guy, but that shit's yummy. Yeah, well, remind me, Dropped. Just send me a message saying, see if you can get a miniature of Two Fingers. Miniatures I don't mind buying. But yeah, as I say, on that Drink Supermarket, because I like to try different boozes, because it's worth trying miniatures because you might not like it. However, tequila is one of those drinks that I like anyway. Whiskies I struggle with, brandies I struggle with. Tequila is a bit like vodka and gin. I've never really had one I don't like. However, the only gin I don't like is really, like those flavored gins that are like sweet flavored ones. They're so sweet it's sickly. Like raspberry flavored gin or something like that. It's too sickly. Where are the crazy Americans? Drops one. The Equalizer said Kit Kat only has 4 fingers, no female. We used to call that. Saint said when medical collector can't give advice, you're fucked. I know, in all honesty, I don't have a lot of experience with Reynard's, other than I know my mate Richard's got it, and I know that his fingers were completely white on the ends. I think wearing something that will help them warm up helps. I was going to just check this in case that was he'd been watching and add some advice. Thank you, Drop. I'll do that tonight. Hedgehog string wank. Have I tried mead? Yes, I have. I have tried some bought mead and various homemade meads. And the nicest mead I ever had was made by Metallic. It was fucking beautiful. It was as good as like a really nice fucking sherry. It was fucking amazing. Yeah, I'll always remember that. We had it for I think we had an early or late Christmas like dinner, because often when I see Metallic, it'll be either just before Christmas or after. Because obviously for Christmas she spends Christmas with her family, I spend it with mine. So we often have a little like early or late Christmas meal. Yeah, and that mead was fucking amazing. So I said, I really want to make some mead, bread, yeast, and honey. What's the worst that could possibly happen? Yeah, exactly. It might be worth getting, if you're going to get yeast, get some actual, like, look online, just go on, get some mead yeast, or go on eBay and actually get some proper yeast. It will be better. It will be better. It'll be stronger. Bread yeast will work, but it might not come out very strong. TC said, just made a mead, take ages to mature though. Yeah, hers was beautiful. It was absolutely lovely. Metallic mead, yes. It was lovely. But yeah, you can go on eBay and buy like mead yeast and stuff like that, or even just online. But yeah, it's not difficult to get. Yeah, up to 18% exactly. Yes, well, yeah, if you get Alcotech Turbo yeast, that'll do 21%. Yeah, that'll do 21. Yeah, mead talic. Yeah, Alcotech Turbo yeast do 21%. JB said, I'm thinking of trying to make my own. Takes a while to mellow out here. Yes. Yeah. But you can drink it as soon as it's done, which, if you used Alcotech Turbo yeast and then you use some stuff to clear it quickly, you could have that ready in a couple of weeks. But obviously, yeah, as it sits, it will mellow and become more, flavoursome. If also Alcotech Turbo yeast will probably be quite dry. See, hers was a very sweet mead. It was lovely. It was a sweet mead. But you could probably add sugar back into it to make it sweet. Alcotech Turbo yeast, that eats the sugar so quickly and so vigorously, it'll be quite dry, Yeah. Yeah, mead talent. Yes, I'd buy it as well. I'd buy it. Too harsh for me. The panels are a bit much. No, I get you, TC. Yeah. And that, as you say, a proper mead yeast or wine yeast would be the way to go. Yeah, back sweetening, exactly, TC. Yes, yeah. But yeah, it was lovely, her mead. I quite like a bit of mead. But yeah, I'll look on. Fuck it, I'm gonna just look now. Dropped. Drink supermarket, 2 Fingers vodka. It is, no, it's not fucking vodka. I keep saying vodka, don't I? It's fucking tequila, isn't it? I don't know. I'll look later. Fuck it. You need food. Well, to sell alcohol, you're supposed to pay the tax, aren't you? So you do need to register it. I don't know how you do it, but yeah, an alcohol license because of it being taxed. Yeah, so you do need an alcohol license to sell alcohol because it needs to be taxed, and you need to pay the tax on it. Drop said it's something fun to fuck about with. Yeah, I used to like making booze, but I can't do it now because I just drink it too much. I used to do like 5 litres at a time, just like a sugar wine, had no flavour really, but I'd end up drinking it like as soon as it had stopped fermenting. So I'd be drinking it like cloudy, completely full of yeast. And I'm sure that's what gave me fucking gout. JB said, I wonder if the honey quality matters in the mead. There are some crazy honeys out there. Oh, yeah, maybe. That probably would make a difference to the taste. Saint said, yeah, by the way, that Combat UK machete you did a video on looks nice. I can already see you putting a new handle on it, though. Making a bow from it. Yeah, I'm tempted. Are you going off, Evil? And Evil and Full? It was nice having you on. Good night, you two. I'm probably going to go off about past. Yeah, no, don't blame you. Thank you for coming on. I do appreciate it. It's been nice talking to you both. See you next weekend. Next Saturday, I'm going to be drinking something odd. Something I don't normally drink. Yeah, well, that TC, that is a wash. The only reason I don't call it a wash is because it wouldn't make sense to some people, yeah. But yeah, I basically just drink, we just drink the wash. Yeah. I try not to go down the lines of too much, like, I can't think of the word, jargon, Yeah, good night, Fallen Evil. Because if I say I just make a wash and drink that, a lot of people won't know what we're talking about. But yeah, it is. It's for distilling, isn't it? Yeah. But yeah, it was just alcohol, water, sugar, and yeast. 20%, 21%. Clear it, make it clear. Because if you cleared it, if you put the charcoal in, put activated charcoal in to take the impurities out and then clear it, that actually tasted like vodka, which is vodka is just a clear 20% like flavorless alcohol. What I sort of call half strength vodka. It's like that, really. If you clear it properly, it don't really have any taste other than watered down vodka, really. So if you do it like that, you can just mix other shit with it. Saint said, any updates on the DVD making? I know the covers have been made, which look amazing. Thank you, Saint. I'm just being a bit lazy at the minute with it because it's got no because I don't have to rush with it. I've been getting other stuff done. But I am quite a far way through doing the menus, and the menus are quite I think I've done a good job with the menus. But the menus are all proper custom menus. And one of the menus are in the second episode, there's a wall of screens. Well, those wall of screens are going to be the DVD episode menus. You know what I mean? And there's a couple of Easter eggs in there. That before you even start the DVD, this is a little bit of a spoiler. I won't tell you what happens. But when you put the DVD in, there should be the anti-piracy advert that I made. And then a question will pop up. And depending on how you answer that question, depends whether you'll get to watch the DVD or not. Yes. DC still use tomato juice also for nutrients. Well, I never thought about that. Yeah, proper custom menus and everything, saying it's going to look like. So this DVD will be a proper bought DVD, custom menus that I've made, not just generic, a tree in the background in a square. No. These are fully custom made menus. Take a lot. If you really got into it, you could be really, really, really creative, but it's a lot of work. So yeah. Drop said collector's editions need to have CCC menu in the case. That's a good idea. Drop, put that. Can you put that in the Spyro files bit in the Discord, please? Or can someone do that for me? That's a great idea. I'll put a shit sticker in there as well. I've got shit stickers that can go in. Yeah. Shit stickers in the menu. These shit stickers, by the way, I have put these on a glass and I've run it through a dishwasher at 70 degrees twice now and it hasn't come off. Yeah, I had to buy a program, Saint. It cost me about 60 quid to buy this program that can do fully customizable DVD menus. Because that's what I wanted. I wanted, if I'm going to do this, I want proper cover, everything. JB said, have you seen the EK Cobra RX adder? I've got one. I have got a Cobra adder, yes. I have got a Cobra adder. I've got quite a few videos on the Cobra adder. So yeah. So you'll get to see the menu, not the menu, you get to see the piracy advert. It'd be like a proper DVD. So piracy menu first. Then there's a question that you need to answer. Depending on how you answer that, it might take you one way or another. You answer that question, and then it'll take you to the main menu, which you can then select the episodes, the behind the scenes, the episodes, and the extras. So the episodes go to the episodes. The extras then go to behind the scenes. Actually, this may be on a second disc. So I'm going to do 2 discs. So the first disc may just have the episodes and trailers, maybe. Yeah, there'll be 2 discs. Yeah, anti-piracy bit will be funny to watch, yes. Josh said, don't resell this, but be sure to show it to everyone you know. Yes. So yeah, there's still a fair bit of work I need to do. But it's getting there, and I will be very happy with it. Equalizer, how many crossbows do you own now, Mike? I'll get them. I nearly got them all down today because it's going to be quite a job when I do it. I think I've got over 400 now. I don't have over 400. I know a bloke who does have over 400 though. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I think I've got 22. I think I've got 22. There's 9 in here right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 9, 10. There's 10 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 in here. Anti-piracy. Totally didn't get caught pirating someone's music for your advert. Yes. No, it's all copyright free. That's right. So yeah, when these DVDs come out, they will be like watching a proper DVD. Yeah. So it's a 22. Whack one on a second class stamping envelope. Oh, okay. There's a couple I'd get rid of. Yeah, I'll get them all out soon. I'll get them all out. What I'll do, once I've done all of the videos for the gun board, I will do maybe a video each for every crossbow I've got. But I need to do one big video of them first. One day. Problem is, last time I got them all out, I had to take them out in the garden. Do you know how fucking long that took me to take 22 crossbows out in the garden? Because they're so big as well. At most, you can only carry 2 crossbows at a time because they're banging into doors and that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the DVD will probably be finished hopefully sometime in the summer. What I'll do, I'll probably try to get them done when the next episode comes out. So when series 2 episode 1 comes out, I'll try to have it ready for that. Saying that I wouldn't mind buying a simple historic recurve bow, but good ones are always out of my budget. Yeah, I'd offer to make you one, but holy fuck, they're hard work to make, I tell you. Yeah, I didn't enjoy it. Well, no, I did enjoy it. It's just it was stressful because it was for Metallic's birthday. So I had this fear that the thing I was making for her birthday, I could break just like that. And then it sort of put me off making them. A name that is unpronounceable said, "Why you have so many guns for?" I don't know. Why you have so little words for? It's just what I collect. It's just what I collect. Sually, it's just what I collect. It's no different. I don't want to hurt anyone or nothing like that. I just collect them. It's no different from someone who collects cars or stamps or dolls. It is just a collection. There's no ill intent with them. I'm not collecting them because I want to fucking hurt people. It's just what I like the look of, and I like them. That is all. So I can imagine you aren't that hard to imagine they aren't that hard to make. Just time consuming. Well, no. Well, the problem is, Saint, is they are difficult to make. Yeah, because it's not just shaving it down and making a shape and bending it, because they often won't bend uniformly. So you have to learn where to take bits off to make it bend equally. And then if you take too much off, it'll bend too much, and then the other side won't be equal. Then you have to take bits off of that, and then you take too much off and it snaps. You know what I mean? He said, "I'm not a murderer." Yes. Life is short for using full spelling. Fair enough, yes. Fair enough. Well, it depends what you make it out of as well, Sam. But see, I made Metallic's recurve bow out of with a hatchet, a knife, some files, and some planes, and a bit of wood that was cut off a tree. You know, that you need to get some dried wood. It had to be dried out for a year at least. And then if you do have wood that comes off a tree and it's got a knot in it, where that knot is, as far as I know, I'm no expert on this, you don't touch that knot, because if you start taking bits off where that knot is, it'll snap. So if you have a knot, you have to like work around the knot, because it becomes a weak point if you cut into it. Yeah, so knots you have to work around them. So you may have a bow that goes and then has a bulge. Yeah, it's more difficult than you think. Because it sounds like you're describing fat chicks and chat. Fucking hell. Fat chicks and skinny chicks. It's just too thick. It doesn't bend properly. That's great. That is great. So I said a year. My attention span's at least a week. I'm just going to buy one. Fuck's sake. I mean, you probably could make one, but yeah, the wood, to make a proper one, the wood needs to be dried out already. And also, there's a hell of a lot to it. But you can just make a bit of wood in the shape of a bow and put a string on it, and that's shoot. But it ain't going to be very powerful. It probably won't last very long. See, metallics, I followed my own twin brother's instructions. It came out at about £26, which is perfect for her, and it was a takedown bow, so you could take it apart. And that she's still got it now, and that lasted her a good long time. That she took that to the archery club, and some of the people used to take the piss out of the string because it was made from a bit of fucking old rope. But the bloke who ran the place said, "Well, no, if it works, it works. And it does work." They're all there with their fancy fucking recurves that shooting fucking like they're in the fucking Olympics, and she's got a handmade wooden takedown fucking bow with a fucking bit of untwirled fucking nylon rope as a string, and you'd having just as much fun as them, and it's doing the job. JB said, "Have you ever made chainmail? Holy fuck, I wanted to make some riveted mail, but seems like masochistic kink." 100%, I haven't, no, because of that. Persio has made some though. Suli, I'm going to call you Suli. He said, "Sorry for the personal question, but what made you to be excited with guns, and have you ever used them like hunting? If yes, what animal was it?" So I'm not just into guns. In fact, I'm probably more into knives. It's just I liked knives and guns and swords as a kid, playing with toy guns and swords, and then I grew up, and then I started getting ones that I could shoot, and then it's just turned into this, and I never grew out of it really. I have done a little bit of hunting, and I have shot rabbits, squirrels, shot at. I have hunted. I've had a rabbit before. We ate the rabbit, and I've got the skin over there. Sometimes, because obviously, sometimes when you go hunting, you don't hit anything. But I've, yeah. Welsh. I can't. There's a lot of woods you can use for bows. Simple but mind-numbing. Respect those that can. Yes. But yeah, that's what I'm currently doing. Knives and stabbing weapons. But yeah, I think metallics is made from sycamore. Don't forget hunting Desmonds. Yes, I have hunted a few Desmonds. So I said, for me, it's not about the weapon itself. It's the ability to be independent and protect what and who I care about, whether it's guns or my swords. Yeah, nice one. Yeah, I've just always liked. So don't get me wrong, Dara. I have that element in me as well. I do like. See, I don't just collect prop weapons. I do like to have stuff that can do a job. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I totally get what you're saying there, and I have that as well. But what started me off was I've just always liked weapons. Always have, always will. It's not because I want to kill people, and because that's the thing. People frown upon weapons. They don't like them. They're told from an early age they're bad things, and I could walk around in my house with a sword out, and no one in my house would even bat an eyelid, because that's quite normal for me to be walking around with a big fuck off knife in my hand, because I've just made it and I'm bringing it indoors to clean it. You know what I mean? Or whatever. But other people, that scares them because they're not used to that. We are men, we like tools, simple as that. And that's another thing. See, the word tool is a good thing to say, dropped, because weapons is an overall thing that people call these things. The majority of them are tools, and they do have a working ability. You know, you can work with them. Yeah. Certainly said, what is your favourite movie? Let me guess. Looking at the background, I believe Game of Thrones. Well, Game of Thrones did inspire me to make a sword. See that sword there? I made that. However, that isn't the one I made that was inspired by Game of Thrones. But I did make a sword that was inspired by Game of Thrones. The Game of Thrones is good. I do like Game of Thrones. I like a lot of movies that have weapons in. I like Predator. A lot of the old Arnold Schwarzenegger films was good for weapons. TC said, I have weapons in every room of my house. Just makes sense to me. The Equalizer said, would you like to go red deer hunting in Scotland, mate? Yeah, that'd be interesting. I would like. I wouldn't mind doing that with Metallic because she's done a similar thing in England, where there's a place where they do a deer cull, and she's been there and shot a deer with a 2.23 rifle. Shot him. I can't remember what it was now, but shot the deer, and the fur is now, I think, in her bedroom. Yeah, and she's got the skull. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Metallic would like to do that. Daryl said the combat shovel is a tool. It digs the ground and digs through the enemy too. Yes, I've got a couple of those combat ones. They're not like fancy ones. They're more like the collapsible ones. Saints had never seen Game of Thrones. Never getting mod now. You're all right, mate. You're all right. You can watch Game of Thrones anytime you like. There's no rush. There's no rush. However, mod ship, that's now, yeah, that's never coming, I don't think. Maybe one day. Maybe one day if I'm in the right mood. Drop said, Penny watches the entire Game of Thrones every other year. So does my mum. TC said, my friend at BJJ gets more difficult with the types, gets more difficult with the types of ammo you can use due to legal reasons. It is copper. Dyrell said, the real Game of Thrones is 4 people in one house and the throne's the toilet. Yes. JB said, are collapsible shovels any good? Looks a bit flimsy. I don't know. Some of them are probably good. I've got one. I've got 2 to test soon. The only reason I haven't tested them yet is because my hands weren't up to it. And also, when I do test these 2 shovels, I want to actually go to the woods and test them properly. I want to dig a hole. And I'll tell you what, I'll dig a fucking hole in the ground that's not like a film. What pisses me off? What happens in a film when they dig a hole? Tell me. This is to everyone. Picture in your head someone digging a hole in a film. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Now it may happen in some places, but if you tried to dig a fucking hole in my garden or anywhere around here, right? The answer is they dig a hole in 5 minutes, Saint, and the fucking ground is like pure untapped down mud. Yeah, the soil is completely loose. The soil is completely loose, no stones, no roots, no nothing, right? Try and dig a fucking hole in my back garden. First thing you'll hit is a fucking stone. Every time. Full of stones around here. You hit rocks, exactly, TC. Rocks, stones, flints. And that ground is so hard and compact. Yeah. Yeah, come dig here. It's straight clay. Yeah, but that'll be a bastard as well. But I know in some places, because the clay, if it's not wet, is heavy. Yeah, our ground is clay and stony. So it's fucking both. It's a bastard. So anyway, I want to go to the woods and actually test these things properly. And I want to cut some branches off of trees and stuff like that. Yeah, screw digging ground like that, C4. Exactly. Well, I noticed when they do the graves around here, there's no digging them by hand. They'd use a fucking digger because you can't dig that shit by hand. It takes too long. Not to mention 20 minutes of shoveling dirt for it to collapse in on you. Well, yeah. If it's soft, yeah. Well, yeah, I built a fire pit in with the rocks and bricks and broken slabs under the soil in my garden. Yes. Spacey said, seen those videos and they chisel homes underground. That's interesting, yeah. Drop said, says the guy who still hasn't lived out of his bug out bag yet. Shut it, yeah. Shut it, yeah. Sully said, I believe if I dig up at your yard, you'll tell me to finish it to make my resting place. No. So you know what? We'd dig a little hole in my garden and then we'd have a nice little fire and then we'd sit around the fire and we'd have a beer or something and we'd enjoy ourselves. So David said, in the woods, probably get roots on. Well, that's the thing. Shall I show you the one I'm going to test? I'll show you it. I've actually got two of them. Slightly different. Saint, don't you fucking encourage him. We need a 24-hour bug out shelter challenge. I'll do that. So this is the one I got from Lee from the bug out. Right. So that's the actual name of it. Next tool. Well, we'll have to go off soon. So there's the cover. So you've got a few different things on there. So you've got the actual shovel, which is sharp. You've got a saw, a couple of spanner heads there. Why the fuck they put bottle openers on these, I don't know. Compass, and all these handles are hollow. It's nice though, isn't it, Persia? See, it looks good fucking quality. And then that's how big is it? Good night, Saint. Take care, mate. I'll see you next week. And then in here, you've got all of the other handles. So these are the other handles to make it a long one. And you've got, there are some tools in here. Where the fuck are they? But there are some other tools that go in it. But these are hollow, so you can put stuff in them. I don't know how this one opens. But there's a ferro rod in there. Yeah. A glass breaker underneath the compass. But yeah, you can make it into a big long handle as well. Yeah, so you've got a proper full length digging handle on there. So that'll be that long. Yeah. And it locks, yeah, you can lock it at that, or yeah, you can lock it in the 45 to have it like a fucking hoe. But yeah, I'm sure there was some other, I'm sure it came with some stuff to put in the handles, but I can't remember now. Alright, let me put that away for a minute and I'll just catch up. I will have to go off soon because it's 12:30. I'll just see if there's any comments I've missed. Not sure how much that cost. It is quite expensive though. It's not one of the cheap ones, put it that way. Yeah, so it should have a screwdriver somewhere So one of those handles become a screwdriver, and there's a ferro rod as well. I reckon I could break that with my warhammer. Yes, the dig a better hole. Yes, then dig a better hole. You probably could. A person in my hometown has built hundreds of meters of tunnels under his back garden since he retired, mostly sand, all reinforced. Took him 30 years. Mental. If you are really fancy, buy a tank with an entrenching tool built in. As long as it's not rattling around and locks nicely. Yeah, it seems to. But yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, there should. That's where you put the screwdriver bits. But I'm pretty sure. I don't know how you get that out. I'm sure one of these has got a ferro rod in as well. But I don't know how you get that out of there. I don't think that's one piece. Yeah, I don't know. Has a garden, has a tactical shovel, never used it practically. My hands hurt too much, you sod, piss off. I got a fucking shovel out there if I want to fucking dig a hole. Doesn't make squeaky noises either. Yeah, so that will come eventually. How much do you trust the screws though? I wouldn't want to chop with one of them. Well, what you need to do, I think, is know its limits. So yeah, if you used it the wrong way, I bet you could fucking bend it, snap it in half instantly. However, I think you just gotta use it within its limits, which, you know, yeah. So I wouldn't go mad with it. A bit like a lot of things. You just got to be careful with it. It will break. It is, it's a jointed handle. All the gear and no idea. I've got a fucking idea, mate. Well, I haven't really looked at this. That's the thing. There's the ferro rod. There's the ferro rod. And there's the screwdriver. But you can pull that out of there, I think. There's a whistle. Don't make me blow it and deafen you, fucker. But no, I've never needed to use this. It's a review item. I will review it eventually. I've got the lanyard hole in there as well. So you're saying you're going to have a video where you make a better version? I'll take it down the woods and test it, but I just think you just got to know your limits. That mean? Right, I will have to go off soon. This shovel comes with a rape alarm. Good night, Spacey. Take care, mate. See you next weekend. I'll probably do a late night one next Saturday. Good night, mate. I did say I looked up that stuff about that bloke, didn't I, yesterday? Yeah. I did I? Remember that. Yeah, good night, Spacey. Speak to you soon, mate. Equalizer hat. I have a spade 20 years. Hang on. I have spade 20 years old. Spear and Jackson, still good, isn't it? Don't forget to close all your windows and lock all your doors. Yes. Yeah, I'd better go off because I'm probably keeping people awake, right? Thank you for watching, everyone. I do appreciate it. Thank you to the people who supported me tonight and people who just watched. And as long as you liked, that's enough support as well. As Percy said, don't forget to close your windows, lock all your doors. Don't have nightmares. Do sleep well. Do have nightmares about me being seduced by a woman who's just picture that whole thing just before you go to bed. Do have nightmares about that. Good night, Penny. Always lovely to talk to you. The Jot said, lick your windows and fuck your doors. Yes. Or that. Right. It's been good. It's been emotional. I've enjoyed myself. And thank you for listening to me rant about Scream, which is one of the worst horror films ever made. Don't you fucking forget it, all right? Good night. Thank you for watching. Fucking over hiccups. See you later. Thank you. See you all next Friday. Next Saturday, I'll be drinking something unusual, hopefully. All right? Good night. See you later. When I can find the thing. Worst ever Q&A ever. I think so. That was a trick to get the viewers in. I asked AI what I should name my video, and it said that. Good night.